I hope kitchen gadget video with a playlist. If you've not seen it already, have a marathon after this video. This is like number 40 something. Please remember before commenting down below that some of these gadgets can help people with disabilities, and also
Hej, ni tittar på Uppdrag Mat och idag så ska vi göra någonting som i alla fall jag har sett fram emot superduper länge. Vi ska låta en 5-åring bestämma vad jag ska äta under en dag. Blir det pizza, glass, hamburgare, pommes frites, läsk, godis? Ingen vet, det är det vi ska ta reda på. Glöm inte att prenumerera på den här kanalen och eventuellt ge oss en liten tumme upp om ni känner för det. Nu rullar vi introt. Rulla introt. Nu. Hallå? Vänta, hallå? Rulla introt nu. Det kommer en tysk tjej här, vi måste rulla introt nu. Vill du hoppa upp på stolen eller vill du sitta så?
Jag kan sitta så.
Vill du sitta? Det känns inte så bekvämt kanske.
Ja, det känns bekvämt.
Hur känns det inför det här? Tycker du ska bli roligt? Det är lite mittemellan. Vad är det som gör att det känns mittemellan?
Det var länge sedan jag träffade dig. Hej, jag heter Oskar. Jag är 5 år gammal. Jag går i förskoleklass.
Vet du om vad vi ska göra idag?
Ja.
Ja, nu ska vi äta frukost först.
Då tänkte jag, om man ville ha vatten, så tänkte jag att man kunde ta citron i vattnet. Och sen dricka. Jag tycker det är mega gott.
Du ska idag få välja vad du vill. Vi ska få äta vad du vill. Och det första du valde, det var citronvatten. Det är en kanonstart tycker jag. Jag tycker att det är ett väldigt gott citronvatten vi har fått här.
Ja, därför det är Ida som gör köttet i citronen.
Men är du säker på att det är hon som har gjort det?
Ja, hon har jobbat en gång på ICA.
Ja, hon är duktig mamma. Hon har många strängar på sin lyra som man säger. Vad är det nästa du vill äta? För nu vi är fortfarande inte ätit frukost.
Ibland så brukar jag käka glass.
Vart kan man få tag på den?
Jo, ICA på Folkungagatan som vanligt.
Hoppa lite.
Du får inte vara där inne.
Får de inte?
Nej.
Kanske ska säga till. Nej, vi är inga paragrafryttare du och jag.
Nej. Det är här uppe. Kanske han når inte.
Men jag kan nå tror jag. Det är 4 stycken exotiska skruvar.
Ja.
Det blir ju inte bättre än så här.
Nej.
Nej. Och nu är glassen vår. Dags för frukost. Girigt öppnar du. Det här ska bli gott. Vilken lång!
God va? De här glassarna tar så lång tid att käka upp.
Vi kommer inte ens vara klara förrän imorgon med de här.
Nej. Jag kan också vara uppe till klockan 8.
Kan du?
Ja. Och så kan jag vara uppe till klockan 30. Kan du det?
Nej, inte han. Det är bara du. Oj! Du ser ut att ha en riktigt bra stund där. Du lever livet.
Ja.
Oj, gick det bra?
Ja.
Vad skulle du vilja äta för lunch? Du får bestämma vad du vill i hela världen.
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nugget. Det gillar jag.
Man kan gå till Pats.
Till vadå?
Pats. Pats är en restaurang här nere.
Ah.
Där.
Pats.
Är så.
Där har de nuggets.
Ja.
Hej, jag heter Pau. Jag är 36 år gammal. Jag är chef på Pat Place.
Oscar wanted the chicken nuggets from this place. Why do you think you like them so much?
We have like very traditional Thai food where you can like have the taste of going to Thailand, eating Thai food with your family, but Swedish meat quality.
How long have you been in Sweden?
I've been living here for 10 years.
10 years.
So all of my 10 years is like having only food in my mind, like
How much Swedish have you learned?
smuggling motive.
That's good. Let's go and
Yes.
yeah. So now we're gonna make the famous chicken nuggets. Let's show me how it's done. Where did you get the recipe from?
This one is the closest to like Bangkok street food.
Kan du svenska också? Lite grann. Är det du som är geniet bakom? You're like the genius behind all the food from Pats?
Yes.
Okay.
When I start this restaurant, I search for like the best chefs.
chefs.
Yes.
And this is what you found?
Yeah, because she have really a lot of experience. She actually was a chef in Taiwan for 10 years, and back then her like family also have like small street food in Thailand before.
So this is like real
Yeah,
Thailand street food.
because in Thailand, if you want to find a good chef, it's not from the school. It's actually from those who
From the
have-
streets?
Yeah, from the street. Yeah,
Okay. But it's only 4 ingredients.
yeah.
So it's like, as you say in Sweden, man ska inte göra det så jävla svårt för sig.
We named it like no more nugget, because if you eat this one, you will not eat nugget.
It's like the last nugget I will eat.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Thank you.
Efter det så tog jag med mina kycklingnuggets och tänkte att meningen med livet, det är nog att stå på Folkungagatan och vinka adjö till Pau och Washita. Okej Oskar, vi har hämtat lite lunch till oss.
Och här är min ris.
Det är din ris. Vet du vad jag hamnar i sinnet när jag äter det där?
Nej.
På en stor gata i Thailand, Bangkok. Var hamnar du någonstans?
Jag är på pappas jobb.
Men alltså Oskar, det här var ju ett kanonval av dig.
Ja.
De var väldigt glada för att du tyckte om deras nuggets.
Så var det min kompis.
Din kompis,
Och du vet ju hans chef.
han som är chef där.
Ja.
Ja.
Det är han min kompis.
Är det din kompis?
Ja.
Är det sant?
Ja.
Charging battery.
Jag käkar rester varje dag.
Hur kommer det sig att du äter så mycket matrester?
Charge
Jag är en
complete.
miljökille.
Du är en miljökille. Det gillar jag så mycket.
Jag vill inte göra något för naturen.
Nej, men
Tjuvar ska bort.
där är du tydlig på den punkten.
Det är därför poliser kan få ta det lugnt och sova lite grann. Och jag vill att allt i hela världen ska bli lugnt och bara njuta av livet.
Vältalat, Oskar. Nu har vi käkat lunch. Nu undrar jag, vad ska vi äta till middag?
Pizza. Jag längtar efter den här dagen.
Har du längtat efter den här dagen?
Ja.
Vad har du längtat efter med dagen?
Att du skulle komma.
Nu har vi åkt till Alex här som har en pizzeria på Kungsholmen. Och du ska få laga din egen pizza.
Den här kan du få, vi ska se om... Jag heter Alex, jag är 18 år och jag har jobbat som pizzabagare i 3 år.
Precis så där har jag hos farfar.
Vilken kock! Med stolt med rätta. Det är väl bara att börja göra pizza, va?
Ja, exakt.
Vad gör du nu? Känns det sådär?
Ja.
Vad är det som känns sådär?
Inget, jag är bara lite...
Nervös?
Men det
Är det lite hårt?
är bara att fortsätta, samma spår.
Du får inte ge upp efter en enda motgång nu, Oskar. Utan upp på hästen igen och rid vidare.
Då hästen.
Kör den här den klassiska belgiska tekniken där du liksom bara trycker så.
Jag är dålig på det här.
Nej! Du är den bästa 5-åringen jag har sett.
Nej, fast jag kommer aldrig längre.
Upp med hakan, Oskar.
Jag är faktiskt dålig, hörru.
Nej. Skinka.
Ja.
Lägger väldigt mycket bitar här ute i hörnet. Det kommer bli jävla guldhörn det där. Är vi klara här med våra pizzor?
Ja. Ja, Maui.
Oj.
Jajamän.
Bra, Maui.
Nu har vi lagat vår första egna pizza. Det är värt en high five. Med lite mer fokus från din sida. Kan jag få lite fokus? Hallå?
Jag fick det godaste. Du tyckte pizza var god.
Mm.
Men det var jag som bestämde det här.
Hur länge har det varit miljökille?
I 3 veckor.
Du är nyfrälst, miljöfantast.
Ja.
Du och jag har haft en kanondag tillsammans.
Ja.
Hallå, funkar micken? Hallå.
Ja, då kanske ni undrar varför ni finner oss i baksätet på en bil här. Men det är så att vi håller på att mygga upp.
Ja, varför mycket vi upp då?
Jo, det är så att det är dags för en inspelning här.
Alltså?
Ja, vi sitter ju i bilen på Ikeas parkering här. Vi ska ju se om man kan äta för 1000 kronor på Ikea.
Precis, och det är ju i den liksom förbutiken, eller man ska säga, där nere. Inte själva restaurangen, utan där nere där alla korvarna och sånt där. Och de har ju en liten butik där du kan köpa typ knäckebröd och syltburkar och det är så här Ikeas ost och skit.
Precis, så vi ska helt enkelt se om vi kan äta för 1000 kronor i den butiken där nere.
Ja, när vi gjorde detta på Biltema förra gången så besegrade vi då Biltema. Vi kunde äta för 1000 kronor.
Ja,
det var
kunde
typ
vi.
1002 kronor och sånt där.
Ja, det känns jättebra tycker jag. Så är det så att det är inte så lätt att få filma inne på Ikea, men det fick vi faktiskt göra här idag. På villkoret att vi inte filmar liksom kasser och andra människor. Men ni kommer då tyvärr inte få se liksom kassabesöken.
Nej, vi kanske tittarna är lite besvikna för idag då.
Ja, men de flesta av er har varit på Ikea så ni vet hur de ser ut.
Ja, eller så kanske tittarna, det räcker kanske för tittarna att se dig äta.
Det kanske räcker.
Det brukar ju vara så. Det är därför de klickar in på kanalen kanske.
Eller så kan ni liksom, och innan ni ser det här klippet så kan ni pausa och så kan ni åka till Ikea och så kan ni se klippet där så kanske ni får inlevelse.
Ja, det kan vi göra.
Det är inte dumt. Nu går vi in och spelar in då.
Okej, nästan. Ja.
Börjar nästan bli lite nervös för Adam.
Är du det?
Ja, men det är så fruktansvärt billigt där. Du vet, korven så 10 spänn och 5 spänn och 20 kronor. Som tur är så har de lite mat och sånt där i förbutiken. Men vi börjar nog i alla fall med ordinarie sortimentet. En korv, Adam, vad tror du?
Ja, men är man på Ikea så får man nästan ta en sån 5 kronors korv.
Ja, och en glass. Det är asigt mörkt. Hoppas inte det kommer slå helt fel sen.
Nu är det liksom... Nej, jag har inget att säga.
Gå och köp. Det är inte så att se vad Adam väljer här. Jag gissar på korv.
Hej, den ost- och baconkorven med bröd, är det en vanlig korv med bröd liksom? Det är ingen hotdog-grej liksom. Nej, jag tar en ost- och baconkorv med vanligt bröd. Sen vill jag då ha någon dricka som inte ingår i menyn. Och så kan jag ta en pizzaslice också. Och så kan jag ta en sån veggie hotdog också. Ja, det får bli en wienerkorv med bröd också då.
Ni kommer kanske se att ljuset kommer vara lite skiftande idag.
Det är för att det är en fönsterruta där ute.
Ja, precis.
Och där ute lyser en sol.
Ja, precis.
Så
Tyvärr
gör-
gör den det. Eller tur, men ändå.
Ja, jag har en liten taktik till dig.
Jaha.
Grejen är att här är ju, jag köpte ost och baconkorv, 50 kronor. Klassisk korv, man måste ha det.
Ja.
Veggiekorv,
En liten.
pizzakorv eller pizzabit.
Charging battery.
Kaffe. För att köper du en kall dryck till den här,
Ja.
då ingår det i priset. Men köper en varm
Charge
dryck, då ingår det
complete.
inte i priset, så det blir 5 kronor dyrare.
Tack.
Ta allting som inte ingår.
Jag tar allt.
45 spänn är det här, så att det är...
Ja, det var oj då. Den veggie-hotdoggen där. Kan jag få 10 sådana? Ja.
Slår du på stora trumman eller?
Ja, det är så här va. Jag la en sån beställning nu som kommer ta 8 minuter att få ut.
Alltså vad beställde du? En plåt med pizza eller?
10 stycken. Korv.
10 korv.
Ja. Och en kaffe. 105 spänn.
Vilken korv?
Den är liten, vet du.
Ja, lite någon mätt.
Ja, den är fullt av mycket
Majonnäs.
grönsaker och sånt. Nej, det är ingen dressingkorv. Jag la en så stor beställning som kom ut med den. Du vet,
Det
lägger
var
du
bordsservering.
Är det över 10 korv så är det tydligen liksom utkörning. Nu beställer jag 10 korv. Jag behöver ta den rundan 5 gånger för att komma upp i hälften.
Ja.
Med ost och sånt.
Sill.
Kan man klippa till.
Sill.
En burk sill kanske. Och de har lax också. Den är fin. 2 sådana paket lax är nästan lika mycket som alla mina 10 korv.
Känner du att du har gjort ett dåligt val här nu?
Nej, jag måste köpa korv. Går du på Ikea kan jag inte sitta och käka lax.
Nej.
Det är töntiga som finns.
Men du kanske kan se vad är totalsumman hittills då?
Din kostade 45
Ja.
och min kostade 105, så 150 kronor.
Okej, ligger det en sån liksom en bild digitalt här nu som visar vad vi ätit förra året?
Ja.
Finns det en risk att den liksom, skylten har vandrat runt och satt sig över mitt ansikte just nu?
Ja, eftersom du sa det så kan det bli så.
Det finns en viss
Det
risk.
finns viss risk.
Då vill jag bara påminna att du kan flytta bort den så att jag syns här
Okej,
bakom.
okej. Förlåt.
Trevlig pizza.
Ja, en ja.
Nu kommer fler. Jag tänker att den svarta gardinen där, det ser ut som att det är liksom en tv som hänger där. Det kanske blir en tv digitalt. Det vet man inte.
Vad ska den visa?
Mm.
Nej, jag vet vad den kan visa.
Biltema-klippet.
Ja, eller katten.
Ja, kanske.
Vad fan visar den? Titta, nu kommer den.
Men den var ganska trevlig den här korven. Detta är då ost- och baconkorv.
Ja.
Den kostade trippelt som den lilla korven. Jag går och kollar vad de har i den här, vad ska man säga, delhyllan här.
Ja. Ni får inte följa med då. Jag kan kanske lägga in en bild på som jag hittat online. På hur det ser ut.
Ja, eller så har du ritat den i paint eller någonting, eller?
Ja, något här då. Jag är en hejare på paint.
Ja. Jag har gått till attack. Jag har tråkiga nyheter då, till dig Anton.
Vadå?
Den gravade laxen är fryst. Jag klämde bort. Den är stenfrusen. Det är en frys där borta. Det är de här 3 grejerna vi ser här.
Ja.
Det kostade 69 kronor.
Okej, det var en prästost.
Det är 35 spänn.
Ja.
Ölkorv.
Ölkorv.
Den kostade 19 kronor.
Oj. Tack, jag kan komma och hämta resten. Ja, va? Nej, okej, tack.
Ja, nu kommer korv. Och den här kostade 15 spänn i alla fall.
Ja, okej.
69 kronor.
Kostade det där bara 69 kronor?
Det är 3 grejer för fan. Det här går ner ett nafs.
Där var den. Tack.
Jag vet inte om den här osten är ett misstag.
Klart den är ett misstag.
Tror du det? Men den är dyr.
Ja, det är sant.
Nu börjar Dennis Anton är ju till, han går till korvattack. Du vet, jag kör lite sån här picknick här kan man säga. Det är liksom inget konstigt.
Nej.
Tar man en liten korv.
Rätt. Du har en ostbricka här ju.
Delikatessbricka. Det är den dyraste jag har hittat hittills. Finns ingen dyrare. Förutom laxen som är fryst. Jag tror folk tycker jag är kanske lite skum och sitter och äter ost, icke matsal med en sked. Vad ska du gå på sen?
Ska jag gå och titta i det kallskuren?
Alltså, du kan säga det att Mikaela varnade mig när vi träffade henne sist. Att jag åt alldeles för mycket så här charkkorv. Att det skulle liksom vara cancerframkallande utan dess like i de här mängderna.
Charging battery.
Jag glömde av det. Så vi får väl se om jag hänger med fram tills på måndag.
Får jag äta jävligt korv.
Charge complete.
Ja. Jag åker den sista skinkan.
Jag ska gå och se vad de har att erbjuda.
Gör det. I kalla hyllan.
Ja, i delikatessbordet.
Jag sitter här och äter ost så länge.
Ja, jag tänkte till då.
Har du?
19 kronor. Kan vara bra att ha.
Bra att ha, ja.
Dyr. 2 spänn. De kostar 45 styck, men de är ju som alla så frysta så jag måste vänta med dem. Jag får liksom avsluta med dem där.
Ja.
En dryck och en glass. Så tar jag det under tiden.
Okej. Vad tror du vi är uppe i nu då? Ska vi räkna lite kanske?
Hur är det då? Matte med...
Matforma.
Ja.
1, 2...
45 plus 69.
1, 2...
348 kronor.
Okej, då är inte allting nere än heller.
Jag vet inte det var så bra tryck i den.
Kallskurna hyllan, nej. Du kanske får sitta och hålla på laxen så med tiden.
Sätter vi bara.
Ja, jag ska nog gå och beställa.
Nej.
Du har beställt en pizza också?
Hurra!
Ja.
Oj. Jag har glömt.
Det här är en bulle.
Ja.
Den kostar 5.
Ja.
Men jag tänker bra smakbitare. Ost och baconkorv igen, 15 kronor.
30.
Den här kostar 10 kronor.
Varför köpte du den? Varför köpte du inte sån?
För att jag ville testa något annat. Så det här kostar bara
30 spänn.
35 kronor tyvärr. Så jag har ju osten kvar. Men jag tänker att den ska nog äta mycket.
Och jag har skit kvar också. Jag trodde du vet, den är frusen, det är massa frost på den.
Ja.
Så höll jag så, det försvinner inte tills jag kom på det är fan en fisk.
Alltså, en hel fisk.
Ja, men här kommer en tida på.
Den blir fin.
Den börjar tida nu.
Han börjar redan bli brun.
Brun?
Ja, nu har jag tagit lite ost. Jag kan inte så jävla mycket ost kvar.
Nej, men jag var inte dyr.
Ja, han var ju dyrast här inne, förutom laxen.
Om jag köper 2 sådana korv eller äta den.
Det finns ju olika nivåer i det här.
Jag funderar på om man ska gå på en 5 korv till. Nu ska de få fri insikt här hos mig. Jag har sett dem för... Ja, jag äter där och äter 16 och den här modellen.
Vad kostar detta? 60 eller?
50.
Bara? Fick du rabatter?
Nej. 50 kronor, det kostar 10 kronor styck.
Och då är vi uppe i, vilka är vi uppe i nu då?
433.
Inte ens halvlek så.
Problemet är att jag har inte lyckats ut den här.
Nej.
Den kommer ta mycket plats i min mage.
Oh, ja. Så här ser min
Den får
ost.
du äta upp innan du går på nästa beställning.
Ja, det ska jag. Men du vet, det är bara passlever kvar. Osten ska inte besegra mig.
Nej.
Det är jag och den här som spelar i teamlag mot den.
Mot osten. Han har du jobbat på länge.
Ja, men du vet, han är smakrik den här.
Ja, du är inne i sargen här.
Ja, men du vet, det är bara ett hörna kvar nu.
Ja.
Jag har inte fått så många skumma blickar ändå faktiskt. Jag kan tänka att han går nog bara på LCHF eller någonting. Det är därför han sitter och äter en ost.
Men kanelbulle där.
Ja. Ja.
Jag funderar på att ta en korv till.
Ja. Vad ska jag beställa efter det?
Korv. Jag funderar på att jag ska gå och ta på den laxen.
Ja.
För där måste ju ner.
Ja.
Jag äter de här. Jag äter 15 korv med bröd. Små i och för sig, men ändå. En glass. En pizzaslice. Och sen efter det så ska jag attackera ett halvt kilo lax.
Det låter som en utmärkt idé, tycker jag. Det var inte jättegott med ost nu, för att säga. Jag tycker inte det var jättegott att äta ost bara. Jag tycker inte det var jättegott att äta ost bara. Jag tycker inte det var jättegott att äta ost bara. Nej, skitgott.
Jag har sett honom.
Du är bytesaktiv nu. Stoppa den. Men stoppa den i ryggen här bak.
Men känn det här.
Jag vet, den är svinkall.
Jag sätter den på. Nu är det kallt.
Det är det va?
Det känns som att jag sitter på snö.
Känns det som att du sitter på 2 laxpaket?
Ja, men den ska jag besegra.
Den får fan duga.
Ja. Ni som precis hoppat in i klippet kan säga att jag sitter på 2 laxpaket.
Det är för att de ska tina då.
Ja, det är alltså...
Det är inte för nöjes skull.
Nej, det är ingenting jag liksom kommer börja hemma. Om jag ska tina lax då. Hade de bara prästost eller hade de typ så här vanlig mild?
Blåbärsost.
Ja. För prästost är ju ganska smakrik.
Ja, den här är också 4 på den här.
Ja, skalan.
4 av 5 smakrik.
Det är korkat ändå också.
Åh, hej! Jag är glad att den här osten är slut.
Köper till. Dyr.
Nej, jag vill inte ha en.
Om du köper 2 sådana ostativrätter så är det 500 spänn. Oj, nu sticker det jättemycket här. Jag får lägga laxen vid sidan.
Alltså de får hoppa upp. Hur var en vagn? Ja men nu, den kan du äta nu efter de här.
Börja.
Det är ju perfekt vet du.
Jag ska bara låta... Oj, det är blöt i låren.
Men sprack laxen. Det här var bra kött.
Nej, 5 spänn.
Jo men den...
Hur stor är det?
Jag vet, den är skitstor.
Jag tror att det där är sämsta jag kan köpa.
Ja.
5 kronor är stor som fan.
Mest för smaken. Det är den godaste jag ätit idag. Jag ska nog köpa en sån mest tror jag. Den kostar 19 kronor vet du. Den och ett par korvar till.
De köper den här och sen köper en korv för 480.
Så är vi klara sen.
Och sätter mig på snacksen.
Ja, kanske kan fråga någon så här besökare om de vill hjälpa dig. Om vi skulle vilja sitta på din lax. Hej,
Ursäkta mig, jag har bara en liten fråga.
Skulle du vilja sitta på min lax?
Det kan bli vissa rättegångar då?
Det kan bli ett åtal.
Har de ingen dyr kaffe eller någonting? Kolla den här cappuccino 70 spänn.
De har ju espresso för 10 spänn. Det kanske är en sån liten shot.
Ja.
Köpa 10 såna.
Ja. Ja, men köp ett gäng.
Jag tar ett varv i kassan där borta.
Gör det. Köpte du sån då?
Ja men fan, den här tiden jag har fått vet du.
Sätt dig bara.
64 spänn. Ska köpa kaffe. En grej som är lite tråkig Anton.
Ja.
Det är att de här espressorna kostar bara 5 spänn. Här är 25. Plus 64 för det.
Plus 25.
25 plus 64 plus det som är annat.
Vet vi är uppe i 522 kronor om vi äter upp allt det.
Här kommer jag med 2 sista.
Okej, låt oss ta det från nu.
Jag får ner på om jag ska börja värma upp den här laxen lite. Den är ju vansinnigt kall. Den är inte så het den här laxen.
Nej, problemet med laxen är inte att den är så för varm. Ja, det ligger en platt eller så. Nu kan jag alltid köra så. Då blir hetta på båda sidor.
Under och övervärme så att säga.
Varmluftsugn. Jag tog ju rökt lax. Alla gick på en gravad. Fy.
Vad var skillnaden?
Ja, den här rökt.
Cold smoked.
Den är gravad.
Jo, men jag tänker bara ja, det är därför jag köpte en must. Åh hej.
Okej, här är saltet då.
Det skiter jag i. Du vet, jag skiter i vilket just nu. Nu sitter jag på laxen. För jag är så undrar.
Vi har ingen kräm för det, va? Det är nästan lite synd att vi inte har övervakningskameror som får titta något på insikt.
Vad gjorde du?
Jag stickar en jävla gatt.
Alltså, ja, var det laxen som bet dig?
Nej, det är...
Var det Ikeas sista vapen?
Det besegrar inte mig.
Nej. Gick den av?
Det var det 2 vapen i Ikea kvar.
Jag kan rapportera att den här...
Läckage.
Ja, att det kan vara...
Det är läckage.
Lukten tränger sig igenom plasten. Det är kanske inte så positivt innan jag har suttit på den. Då betyder det att det är läckage åt båda håll. Både in i förpackningen och ut i förpackningen. Nu har vi då
Lårkan.
installerat en lårkan. Så ni ser här är ju liksom laxen. Den skickar jag ju under här nu. Den är ju liksom, den är ju där ser ni.
Ja, man ser kanten där. Jättesmart.
Ja, jag hoppar nog på laxen nu.
Jag tittar inte på insikt.
Usch. Måste tina upp den.
Ja, sant. Nu jävlar. Nu har man satt i sig 2 delar. Oj.
Nu sprack den helt.
Nej, jävla lätt.
Är det? Du har ju lax kvar.
Ja, jag vet. Känner du inte en viss mättnad eller? Kall. Är god eller?
Det var inte jättetrevligt att äta. Ska vi ta lite lax eller vad säger du?
Ja, för jag tar det tror jag. Musten var inte dumt för då försvinner det salta.
Ja.
Dricker du saltvatten istället i och för sig, men tänk att vi var uppe i typ dryga 500 kronor. Vi måste äta dubbelt så mycket.
Ja. Det är tur att vi har ett extra batteri med idag. Usch. Jag rapade upp den här älgkorven. Den som var i början.
Du har liksom hela Norrland i käften nu.
Ja, jag får nog ta ett bett av den här.
Jag får öppna upp här. Så tittarna får insyn till min lax.
Nu är min liksom mun bort fri från lax.
Ja, den.
Tittarna, ni som tittar där hemma nu på detta klippet. Ni får
Borta så de får insikt.
titta noga nu. För nu kommer Anton äta lax. Äcklig. Jag sa den blivit så äcklig nu.
Men du vet, han är så stor. Min lax är så stor. Det är mitt dilemma.
Det finns ju vissa ord vi ska undvika då när tittarna kanske vill göra det hemma då. Fråga inte folk om de vill sitta på din lax.
Nej.
Och försök inte basunera ut att din lax är så stor. Då är laxbit kvar där nu.
Ja,
Hur mycket pengar har Ikea tjänat idag?
Vet du hur det funkar?
Jag tror det.
Ja.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Var det nu det sista vi kommer liksom äta på i den här videon?
Jag får inte något mer.
Är det sista vi kommer äta på den här kanalen? Just nu kanske det känns så. Just nu känns det som att vi inte kommer spela in fler ätvideos kanske.
Det blir mer reaktionsvideos kanske.
Vi reagerar på talang och sånt.
Ja.
Hur mycket tror du vi har ätit för idag?
522 kronor.
Ja, det visste såg du jag räknade ut.
Ja, jag räknat ut det innan. Ikea var jättemycket svårare än Biltema.
Men vi kom halvvägs ändå.
Men jag är mättare nu än jag var på Biltema.
Grejen.
Jävlar vad mätt.
Här var mycket, den här laxen är ju smakrig.
Den är god på macka typ. Eller som det stod här, serveringsförslag. Rulla in den i liksom en tunnbrödsrulle med lite pepparrot. Ät inte rent efter att ha suttit på den.
Nej.
Det står inte. Så att det här är ju då återigen en fail. Det är för få saker som kostar mycket. Det dyraste är 20 spänn. Och då är det så French hot.
Ja, och allting dyrt är också smakar lite något jävligt. Det är osten och laxen. Vi gör väl så att vi packar ihop härifrån.
Ja, precis. Det gör vi. Det här var alltså, kan vi äta för 1000 kronor på Ikea. Och svaret har ni fått?
Det är svaret är nej då.
Hälften.
Kan man äta för 500 kronor på Ikea?
Svaret är ja, om man är 2 kronor. Hej.
Nu är då liksom tittarna online med oss i bilen här.
Är de det?
Ja.
Var då?
Där.
Jaha, där ja. Vi är på väg till den här metropolen. Den här enormt liksom kända staden. Frista.
Frista är ju en liten stad, eller det är egentligen en liten by eller ett samhälle utanför Borås.
Ja.
Så idag är vårt mål att se om vi två kan liksom knäcka Frista genom att äta på alla ställen som Frista har att erbjuda.
Och vi valde Frista just för att de har 5000 invånare. Vi borde liksom kunna äta för 5000 pers, inte 5000 pers, men liksom restaurangutbud gjort för 5000 personer.
Ja, vårt mål är ganska enkelt idag. Vi ska ta liksom beta av ställe för ställe idag. Äta på det stället först, går vi till nästa. Och så ser vi då, kan vi besegra Frista eller besegra Frista oss idag?
Ja, jag vill att nästa gång jag kommer in i Frista så ska Frista tänka så här: nej, det var de som knäckte mig.
Precis.
Så vill jag att
och det är inte tvärtom att när jag frågar dig, vad tänker du när du tänker på Frista? Ja just det var den som besegrade mig.
Nej, jag ska inte vara besegrad idag.
Tror du det är dags att lägga på sån här cheesy vloggmusik nu då kanske eller?
Ja, det kanske är cheesy vloggmusik. Finns det ingen så här Frista-musik?
Frista-musik?
Ja.
Jo, det finns ju en låt som heter Jag vill bo i Borås. Jag tror nästan att den är liksom gjord i Frista. För att folk som bor i Frista vill egentligen bo i Borås egentligen.
Ja, Frista är lite utanför så de känner sig som lillebror kanske.
Ja, och det är ju, Frista är ju då förorten till Borås. Det står fristad.
Ja, fristad. Då är det ju en stad ju. Fristad.
Är det en fristad för alla restauranger kanske?
Ja, kanske.
Här i Frista gör man även de där Frista-kläderna.
Frista-kläder, jag tror det i alla fall. Det låter så.
Snickarkläderna.
Min analys av Frista innan jag ens har liksom sett liksom åbäket är ju att det kommer vara en del pizzerior. För det är det alltid.
Är det liksom runt 5000 invånare så är det pizzerior. Så att jag tror det får nog bli en pizza idag, tror jag.
Det kommer nog bli en pizza, det kan jag nästan garantera att det blir. Jag tror inte det finns så mycket andra alternativ. Det kanske finns några trevliga kaféer i och för sig också.
Ja, det vore jättetrevligt.
En liten thai-buffé kanske?
Thai känns ganska vanligt. Jag tror inte de har någon snabbmatskedja här.
Nej, det tror inte jag heller. Kanske ett gatkök.
Där står det Fristad.
Framtid Fristad.
Framtid Fristad.
Frista säger man va?
Frista. Frista säger man ju.
Frista, nu säger vi Frista.
Ja, det är Frista, vet du. Fristad.
Frista säger man va?
Frista, Fristad.
Frista, nu säger vi Frista.
Ja, det är Frista, vet du. Fristad. Kolla, här går bussen till Borås då.
Ja,
det är det goda tecken vi ser. Jag vill bo i Borås, det är de åker till Borås. Nu börjar det liksom brännas. Ska vi säga det?
Ja, kameran antar jag vibrerar.
Jo. Nu är vi liksom strandsatta, ska vi säga, Anton. Är vi det?
Nej, det är vi inte. Jag kan komma härifrån ganska enkelt. Här är en lista på alla restauranger som finns i Frista.
Okej.
Ja.
Enligt Google då.
Då har vi Frista pizzeria, restaurang Chillers, Kina thai-köket, restaurang Bechamel. Antingen ska vi börja med pizzerian där borta eller ska vi börja någon?
Eller så börjar vi tatuering och piercing-studion. Vi börjar den här resan mot att vi ska vi inte säga utplåna, men liksom förgöra Frista.
Ja, fullständigt.
Ja.
Nu vet jag att jag kommer till Borås förut här, för att jag står här och i mitt liksom sikte, utan att vrida huvudet, så ser jag 3 epa-traktorer.
Okej, ska vi switcha till Antons view då?
Ja,
kanske?
precis. Där 1, där 2 och där 3.
Okej.
Jag kan ha fel, det här kan också vara A-traktorer, jag vet inte riktigt skillnaden. Jag funderar på om vi ska gå på den här Kina thai-köket. Ja, men vi måste ju ta det, om vi ska utplåna den här liksom stan då.
Ja, just det.
Så måste vi, spelar ingen roll var vi börjar egentligen.
Nej, det är sant. Okej, men ta 2 stycken nummer 2 då. Jag har ju lagt 2 beställningar nu.
Ja.
En till dig
Ja.
och en till mig.
Okej.
Och vill ni veta vad det är kanske? Tittarna? Det är då vegetariska minibullar för köttfärsskäl. Så vårt mål idag är ju liksom förgöra, förinta Frista. Och då är det så att för att inte Frista ska liksom besegra oss, då måste vi ju ta liksom mindre portioner för att kunna beta av alla restauranger.
Men sen är det också så att om vi kommer in på en pizzeria så kan vi inte välja, hej jag vill bara ha lite bröd, utan då får vi ta en pizza. Men vi kan ju ta barnpizzan. Allting för att komma så långt som möjligt och förinta den här
Det
staden.
vet ju att vi har ju blivit besegrade typ
Många
de
gånger.
3 senaste videorna här.
Ja.
Så att vår mål är att liksom få upp självförtroende. Jag kan ju säga att vi är på Kina thai-köket. Här har vi tågstation.
Ja,
Men där är tågstationscaféet också.
Ja, men.
Där borta ser ni står en buss där borta.
Jaha,
Det är
det
trafik.
siktet.
Men snart kommer det bli liksom en skyttelbuss till Borås då.
Ja.
För det vet ju att Fristaborna vill ju bo i Borås egentligen. Tror du att det kommer bli thai-koma idag?
Inte nu, inte än. Inte än.
Här ser vi då, Borås stad är ju här och inspekterar då.
Nej, de är här och rekryterar.
Ja, de är här och rekryterar folk till
Ja,
Frista. För de vill...
epa till.
Oj,
Det är bra tryck i det epan där borta.
avgasröret står rakt ut.
Ja, klart. I Göteborg nu så är uteserveringarna stängda. De öppnar inte förrän april.
Nej.
Men här verkar det vara öppet.
I Frista.
Helt säck med vårorna har vi fått var.
Den börjar bli genomskinlig här också.
Det är bra för tittarna. Har de snart fri insikt genom båten.
De var ganska varma. De har verkligen satt in ett hemligt vapen som vi inte har räknat med.
Hettan.
Jag känner att både tunga och gomsegel är ju på väg till en förintelse.
Det här är ju en offensiv som jag inte trodde Frista skulle liksom jobba med.
Nej.
Jag trodde i princip att vi bara skulle komma hit och köra över Frista.
Men vad hade du tänkt om någon hade kommit hem till dig och försökt besegra dig? Hade
Ja.
inte du försökt försvara dig?
Ja.
Så att de satte in han Kina thai-köket här. Han satte dem i fronten, muren mot Frista.
Någonting som de klantas lite med. De var ganska goda. hade de varit riktigt offensivt så hade de varit riktigt vidriga också. Men det var de inte, det var jättegoda.
Och nu börjar de svalna av lite. Nu börjar jag känna att min gom börjar liksom få tillbaka livslusten.
Oj.
Offensiven. Du såg att det var ett café här i stationshuset. Och det var ju PROs café.
Ja, det var verkligen.
Och de vet vi att de har en del torra kakor. Så de kan liksom, det är deras vapen.
Ja.
Torra kakor som man blir helt uttorkade med.
Och inget vatten.
Nej. Ja.
Nej, Frista. En har inte besegrat mig.
Du är på kickstigen.
Ja, det är jag. Nu är jag på att liksom ladda om här till nästa liksom, attack.
Tror du Frista laddar om också?
Ja, de har laddat om.
Men ett hemligt vapen som Frista, som jag inte hade räknat med att Frista skulle ha, att de skulle ha så jävla stora funktioner för så lite pengar.
Nej.
För vi tänkte ju att, ja men tar vi det minsta nu, då går det fort, så kan vi ta nästa.
Ja.
Men det här var ju liksom en säck med.
Het.
Va?
Het. Het pinne.
Hur hanterar den heta pinnen vid skonsidigt?
Dåligt.
Gör det?
Ja.
Jag får då ge ganska bra smakbetyg till det här Kina-thai-köttet, för de var väldigt goda.
Hade jag inte varit en öppen liksom, strid med Frista så hade jag ju tyckt att det här var väldigt trevligt. Men nu är det inte så.
Här är stationscaféet då.
Ja. Hej, hej.
Hejsan, hejsan. Tar ni kort eller bara swish?
Men vi kan se det.
Ja. Nu har vi då liksom stationerat oss på det här PRO-caféet då.
Så de har en liten lounge-del här som vi sätter oss i.
Och sen är det här då, bör vi redan säga att det är ju då hemliga sällskap här i Frista.
PRO-föreningen.
Är det som är liksom det hemliga vapnet som Frista har nu då?
Men vi vet ju inte än. Det här kanske är stabbar den här kakan. Vi driver en YouTube-kanal. Vårt jobb är att just i det här är att vi åker omkring typ till olika städer och så testar vi på. Så nu ska vi testa maten här lite i Frista. Och så...
Vi har ett budord idag då.
Vilket då?
Nu när vi sitter här. Kaffe med dopp piggar alltid upp. Det får vi då se.
Ja, det får vi se då om det stämmer.
Vad har vi fått serverat här idag? Kaffe. Är det en mjuk pepparkaka kanske? Luktar gott.
Ja, fint. Så det här är då PRO-caféet. Öppet måndag, onsdag, fredag mellan 10 och halv 1. Ja, här kan ni komma hit.
I Frista. Här ser vi då. Här är det ju PRO-föreningen. Jag vet inte om de inviger det.
Slå igen. Vi startat ganska tunt. Det är vi medvetna om.
Ja,
men det är ju för att vi vet ju inte vad den här Frista har erbjuda. Vi måste känna. Det är lite som du går en boxningsmatch. Va? Man börjar lite försiktigt.
Ja, se vad de går för.
Och sen går man på full attack.
Vi har inte slått på våra fulla attacker än. Nej. Det verkar inte Frista heller ut i och för sig.
Jag känner med kaffet att gomseglet har pajat sen förra. Ni får 1000 tack. Tack för besöket. Så nu har vi då avverkat 2 stycken av liksom Fristas arméer. Hittills har det varit ganska lätta matcher då ska vi säga. Ja. Men nu börjar vi gå på det lite tyngre artilleriet då. En pizzeria kanske?
Nu har vi då liksom kommit till ytterkanten av Frista. Det var inte så långt. Vi kom där borta i stationshuset. Ja. Så att det är inte jättelångt.
Men här är gränsen på Frista kan man säga. Ja. Så kommer du den vägen så det första matstället du ser är den här pizzerian. Det här är då pizzeria Roma.
Detta är då ytterspelarna som Frista har kan man säga.
Kan man säga.
Försvaret. Någonting som oroar mig lite grann det är att se vad liksom Frista har delegerat för arbetsuppgifter till Roma. Alltså defense. Detta är då Fristas finest. Du placerar ju inte skiten längst fram om man säger så.
Nej.
Men än så länge känner vi oss rätt starka ska vi säga.
Det som är så kul att spela in såna här typer av klipp är ju också att man får testa. Om någon säger så här, har du varit i Frista en gång? Har du ätit där eller? Nej, men jag äter på alla ställen.
Och så ska du förklara varför du vet det. Ja, jag åt på alla ställen en gång. Jag åkte dit en dag så åt jag på alla ställen. Varför gjorde du det? Så vårt mål idag är, kan vi säga, det är ju äta.
That's brilliant. A bit messy, but salmonella. Hello and welcome to Calm Before the Storm, a series of breathing exercises to prepare you for a really hard recipe in through the nose. Oh, shiver me timbers, folks. Today, you might remember fairly recently I've done some Barry Tries videos, all different chefs' recipes and also some tasty ones. We did the 8 desserts in one pan, we did the 4 cheesecakes in one. This one, on the subject of cheesecake, look at this thing, this monstrosity. So many of you go, Barry, you got to do this. This is, I think, what they called a triple cheesecake tower. This is going to be full on today. In essence, what I love about it is it's kind of more of a construction job. There's a lot of like ready-made stuff and we're just gonna try and make it work because in the video they've done it looks so beautiful and I'm like, I am going to try this. We'll get onto the individual layers in a minute, but essentially we're going to have 3 even-sized cake tins like this that are going to get stacked up, then frosted, then drenched in the ganache with the drizzly kind of drip effect that I've never done before that could fail. But if we get to that point, we are pretty much there anyway. Now on the recipe for Tasty, he actually suggested using slightly larger tins, but that's because you use ready-made cheesecakes, and it must be that over the pond, the cheesecakes that you buy that are already bought kind of thing are much bigger than the ones that would fit in this. This is a 20cm tin. So I've gone for New York chocolate and a toffee swirl one. These are all frozen, but I've left them in the fridge overnight to kind of get down to the temperature that we need. Surrounding those cheesecakes are cookie dough, red velvet cake mix, and chocolate brownies. So it's gonna be extremely naughty, but I want it to work so badly. Let's get going and line these tins. There's method to my madness, I promise. Not that there's anything mad about taking the bottoms out, but we're just going to use these as templates, right? So a little bit of Mr. Miyagi wax on, wax off butter styly on the base of one, and we'll line it. This is one, okay? Boom. The first one we're going to do is the cookie dough, which is why I'm going to use a spare lid to give me a rough template to drape over the cheesecake. It will make sense when you see it. This is some ready-made cookie dough that you get from most shops. I love how this looks like a bit of a belt buckle as well, randomly. So what I'm going to do is just put it in the tin first of all and sort of press it down. Oh, just with my fist. Oh my God. And we don't want it to be too thick either. So as I'm pressing it, because it's been chilled in the fridge, it is starting to warm up, but it's quite nice that it's a bit more rigid, so you can be a bit more rougher with it. There we go, nice and lined, but we're not there yet. So we're gonna get more dough and just press it against the side of the tin. Oh my gosh, look at that, it's brilliant. I think that's just, I would just bake that now and we can just end the video. All right. There we go, there is our vanilla cheesecake. And just to show you, hopefully, yes, it does fit in. The annoying thing is, I don't know if it's just me, I've got this thing about, like when when dishes come like this and they're like foil wrapped, I've got to like, snip it off and it just makes me feel really like, ooh, cutting tinfoil just feels really unnatural. Just see how awkward I feel. Almost as awkward as Boston. What are you doing? Making yourself feel comfortable. So here it is. See? Nice. That cheesecake was 75p. We should be able to just sit it in. Oh, get in there. All right, okay. So I'll press this down a little bit, this dough. So the reason I left these for the moment and I did this one first is because I can use it as a sort of mold to get enough for a lid or a very big cookie. If I can just get it. Oh, yes. I didn't think I was going to go then. And we'll sit that on there. Oh, look. That looks good. And we've completely, a little bit like a baked Alaska, encased the cheesecake. Bake all 3 filled cakes for 2 hours? What? You'd only bake cookie dough for like 20 minutes max normally. Well, I'm going to start getting this one in because this is going to be a hell of a shift. Well, let's get that in there then. 2 hours. Right, we better get our other stuff going. Remember the other day when we did the 4-3-2-1 video part 4 and we did the Creti Bocca ready-made hack thing where you actually don't put egg or any other bits in with these ready-made cake mixes, you just put fizzy drink and it kind of made a fluffy cake. Well, that's what we're sort of doing, except we're doing this to package instructions, so the egg, the oil and the water, and the same with this, but for some reason the red velvet cake one, the oil and the eggs, you don't add the water. I don't know why, but that's what Alright, so here's the brownie mix, which we are doubling up. 1 mix, 2 mix. Lots of you suggested it with that hack we did. Orangeade with chocolate cake mix. Chocolate orange cake, baby. Do's eggs, or oofs, oil, oh yeah. Isn't it amazing how all of this, with that hack again, is just replaced by fizzy drink? No eggs, no oil, and no water. Oh, that's quite a lot, isn't it? So I'm going to have to carefully mix this together, break those yolks up. Break you! Now, instead of putting this in with the cheesecake now, with it dropping to room temperature, I'm going to do the other red velvet cake mix, which remember has no water. And in case you're wondering, yes, it's red velvet cake because it's red. Whenever I've made it in the past, I've always just been like, yeah, it's a cake with red food dye in it. I don't really know why it's called red velvet. I'm sure I could find out, or if you want to let me know in the comments. This is noticeably thicker though, so there's no water in it, but there was a lot more oil and 4 eggs. Okay, so the brownie batter one has the chocolate cheesecake. Okay, start by pushing some of it in there. Oh, wow. So a little base basically for our cheesecake to sit on. Oh, it's so tender. Rest it in. Boom. And then we just drench the other batter on top of it. Look at that. It's just finding its way, it's sliding off of it. I love that. That's brilliant. A bit messy, but salmonella. Oh my gosh, look how high that cookie dough's rose. It's only been 17 minutes as well, so we'll put this in. See you later. In goes the red one, which is so much thicker. I've been worrying how this is going to move off the top of it in a minute, but let's spread it all around. I'm having to sort of like prod it and encourage it like a nervous kid at a karate class. Basically me, about 25 years ago. This is where I'm going to be a little bit uncertain, because you can see that was a really thick mix and it's fitted in there really well. I went for a toffee swirl one as well. I was supposed to do a vanilla one, hey? Taking it up a notch, guys. When it warms up, it's fine because then it will move around, but it's just this really thick batter that I'm not a fan of. So I'm hoping if I just drape it on the sides first of all, maybe a bit of gravity will help. Yeah, I would have added just a little bit of water looking back, but like I say, I think as it warms up after about 5 minutes in that oven, the batters will find their way and it will kind of settle for me. Out of all of them, this is the one that I'm most uncertain about. It looks a bit weird, doesn't it? Sometimes they say, like, tap it down like that, but that ain't going to do anything. That's like a Butch. Hi, my name's Red Velvet Batter and I'm Butch. Welcome. Yeah, I'm just going to I'm going to shimmy it a little bit, but the cheesecake's going to get room temperature, so we want to get that in now, really. It has been the 2 hours. I've stood firm, left the cookie in there. Oh, look at it. Let's get that out and we'll leave this one in for another 10 minutes. Even though that looks like it's done too, it's starting to crack on the top. Look at it. It's massive. So this one went in about 10 to 15 minutes after, so that's all good. The one that worries me though, which has still got about 25 minutes, is the red velvet one. So I don't know, I'm going to open it slightly. Can you see how puffed up that is? I'm really praying that the difference with that batter, it's not sort of just gone up. It's sort of gone up and raised around the cheesecake, so it's just sat in the bottom. That's the thing, what's happened to the cheesecake? They've all risen. Look, just the cookie there, you can see how it's gone over the edge. Now, as things sort of cool down with most cakes, they all tend to sort of drop a little bit. So I'm sort of expecting it to go up to the level of the tin, but we'll see what happens. I'm leaving this to get to room temperature. Look at this massive brownie. Oh. As for the red velvet, look, it's puffed up. It's like a mushroom. Look, that's very done. So these are going to go for room temperature, which is a perfect timing for me to go and get an early lunch. In true YouTuber style, I've just tweeted that I'm popping out for 5 minutes. Anyone fancy a meet up? And I'm expecting several hundred people just to meet me in this subway just down here. It's going to be great. All right, here we go. Maybe they got the times wrong. Or they could be hiding. It's easy, it's shadowy, so. Guys, waiting for me or this guy? It smells in here. I don't know what happened because, like, normally it gets like crazy and I get mobbed. Clocks went back, or they're going back, aren't they? So maybe some people got confused and did it this week instead of next week. So I've been shopping and my clock is fast, so we're just getting back to it. Linton, can you Linton, can you edit this out? No one here, alright? Cheers. Thanks. God's sake. I'm back. I actually just did a fan meetup, which went pretty well, actually. I'm not sure. What? But we're back, and because it took so long, this has cooled down fully, and my fears are right. Look how much it's dipped down. There's actually like a camber, and this one's still spilling over, but the brownie's got a dip in it as well. It doesn't matter, because I think the most important thing, like everyone's saying, is to get it nice and chilled. So it's going in the fridge. I don't know. I might put it in for a few hours, or I might leave it overnight, like it says. But they are sitting snugly now in the fridge, so let's give them a proper good chill. Wow, that was a slam, wasn't it? Sorry, guys. Did I wake you up? Okay, it has been 2.5 hours, not overnight. I'm going to carry on, because this is colder than Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Batman movies. I'll be the one getting you into cooler. So I'm taking the one that's been in there the longest. Yeah, look at that. I mean, that on its own is going to be amazing. That's the thing, I don't want to break it. All right, that is way flattened out, and I've not exposed the cheesecake. But I'm going to put it back in the fridge whilst to get my other two out. Again with the red velvet cake. All right, so let's get that end off that. Oh gosh. Oh yes. I was expecting this one, like I said, the cheesecake to be like going, hello. Yeah, again, I'm not happy. My phone's ringing, hang on.
Got some information about the accident which you was innocent.
The accident I was in?
Is that right?
No accident. All right. See? It doesn't look that pretty now, but it's gonna give me levels, yo. That's what the cool kids say, innit? Let's build it. So, just like the recipe says, the next one is some Creti Bocca ready-made cream cheese icing, which is actually the same icing that I made from scratch in the giant cinnamon bun video. Giant cinnamon bun video? Damn right, yes! You've probably seen it by the time this video goes up. We saved the footage. Woo! But this ready-made icing is gonna wedge those 3 pieces together and actually frost the entire cake. This is the top of my turntable. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna build the cake on this, and then we'll lift it onto the thing once we need to do the sides. So to keep it still, I'm going high-tech by using a tea towel. Yeah, look at that. Oh, here it is. So I'm just gonna blob on a little bit of the cream cheese for it to sit down and grip it. Kind of like that stuff that people put on dentures to hold them in place. All right, so we'll start with the cookie dough one. Oh, that has bit it like a dream. And I'm gonna start to just put that initial layer on first of all. Oh, look how high that is now. I am loving that. In it goes. Right, not for too long, just giving it a quick chill. I had that up already, but forgot to turn my camera on. I'm going to try and stick this onto my thing. Oh my gosh. And what I'm going to do is splodge some on. So that's why it's called the crumb layer, because particularly that top one, that red velvet cake, which was quite crummy, it's just kind of patting those in and sticking them down. All right, so that's in there, first layer, firming up. So this is the big fat frost, and then we will leave it overnight because I want the cheesecakes to be firm when I take that slice out tomorrow. And also the ganache. I haven't even thought about that yet. There we go. Oh my gosh. What I'm gonna do is pile a load on, a real big mound on the top of the cake. I'm gonna do the same. Oh no, it's so warm. I'm plastering this on here. And some on the worktop as well. Smoothing it out. Oh, that's looking good. Hey, I'm actually quite happy with that. I've never really done this before. Do you know what? I'm gonna stick this in the fridge overnight now because I'm gonna probably tidy up one extra layer, but it's so warm in here right now. It's like the hottest day of the year right now, Mrs. B. Is it like the hottest day of the year?
I think it is.
It's really hot.
It's pretty hot.
Good morning, I hope you slept well. Yesterday it got to a balmy 15 degrees in here, it was hot, but luckily we got the cake iced. I'm really happy with it. It's been in the fridge overnight, but I'm not getting it out yet. We need to make the glaze. You're gonna need some cream. Ooh, sometimes referred to as heavy cream, basically the stuff that you whip. Some good quality dark chocolate, give it a smash to make the melting process easier. Going in the microwave. 30-second blast, stirry stirry, you want to get it glossy. There's still a few lumps in it, so I reckon another 30 seconds. Oh yeah. We'll leave that down there, but oh look, this is the bottle that came with the pancake pans. We got those novelty ones, the pug, the owl and the unicorn. This is almost perfect for a ganache. So with the cake being cooled, I've been told, I've never done this as I say, it's best to have a cold cake. This needs to sort of cool down as well so it sort of stiffens up, and we should be able to drizzle and just spread that out initially. I'm gonna stick it back in the fridge just to set that ganache, and I need to chop some chocolate. Whilst that's back in the fridge setting my lovely drips, I have got a bar of chocolate. This is milk, and in case you're wondering why there's a piece missing, I had to make sure it was chocolate. So I'm just cutting it fairly neatly and actually into the individual blocks like this. So it's going to take me a little while, but I want to get some fairly even sized chunks. So a block halved and then into like 3 pieces, okay? Boom, boom. Little bits that we're going to push on the cake. So let's jump to that. There we go. That's a lot more. Stick him on the cake. I guess I just press it in like that. Yes! Right, back in the fridge just because I want to put it in the fridge. All right, it's time to get it out of the fridge and try and take that slice out of it. Part of me is like, oh, what if the squeeze cakes, the cheesecakes all squished together? It's going to be nice though, isn't it, no matter what happens. It's good to know as well that I've got the moral support of the dogs just falling asleep in their bed there, but it's been emotional. Let's see if this has worked. I'm taking it off the turntable because I don't want it to spin around. I just sharpened my knife as well. Okay. Oh, it's not too bad. I left the top bit in there. Oh. But look, it's worked. That would have been perfect, but my knife just kind of gave way. Oh. That's better now. I've taken 2 wedges out of it. I can't believe it's held together. Hey Boston, there's something you don't see every day, huh? Yes. The red velvet cake is very, very naughty because you're getting the cake batter, and then the cheesecake middle, which is probably even naughtier, it's just hitting it too. The brownie. I'm not gonna lie, it's basically a sugar high. I'll have some of the cookie dough as well, but conclusion. It does take a fair amount of time, but it's fun. I mean, look here, it's a cool looking thing. It's extremely naughty though. I mean, you couldn't even have a wedge like that for like 1 person. Like that, it should feed probably about 60 people with the calorie content in 1 cheesecake alone. You got 3, you got the buttercream, you've got the cakes and the brownies and the cookie as well. It's naughty. But you guys wanted to see me do it, so I hope you get inspired to give this or any other recipes a go. If you've got any other suggestions for the Barry Tries playlist, it could be a recipe from another website, it could be from a chef, who knows. Don't forget to check out the rest of the playlist, have a marathon, and I'll see you again next time.
Check your level, player. No matter what your style, the kitchen's for me. Simon's moustache, goatee, maybe all 3.
Excuse me, Boston. I'm trying to do a video, mate. It's quite putting me off that. That is absolutely stonkingly gorgeous. Hello everybody, a little bit of a quiet start to today's video. It's early in the morning. Mrs. Barry and Phoebe have gone to school very early. Chloe is ill. I've done my run this morning. I've walked the dogs. In fact, that is why I'm still wearing my dog walking trousers and my slacks. All right, I haven't even got my cardboard cutouts, but we need to do something early to make this work today. Because today we are attempting a huge cinnamon roll. Do you know what? I was talking to Mrs. Barry about this last night. I have not actually made normal sized cinnamon rolls before, so this is, I'm making a big one. We need a big tin. Big tin, got it. This is hopefully how big by the end our cinnamon roll will be. Let's do it. Oh, 37 centimeters or 14.5 inches of potential cinnamon roll goodness. Now, of course, to do this, we're gonna need to make a dough, and baking is a science. So I'm gonna make 3 same size portions of the dough, rather one massive one with loads of yeast that could turn into some crazy monster that takes over the house. To start the dough making process, we need a vessel known as a bowl. Also, it doubles up as an astronaut mask if you're really on a tight budget. All right, first things first, we have got some butter that I've just melted in the microwave. I did that in about 15-second blast. If you do it for too long, you will get a butter explosion in your microwave. There's no better way to start your day. But it's not just that going in there. We've got some milk here. Oh, crikey. And I'm gonna warm that on 30-second blast, and we want that lukewarm. And on that note, if your name is lukewarm, I want passport evidence sent to me, and I will send you a kitchen gadget. How's about that? The lens is a little bit flowery today. I just got this idea of someone being called like lukewarm and go, hello, nice to meet you. Hi, I'm lukewarm. Oh, actually, no, it's a little bit cold today. No, I am lukewarm. You can tell us early because the dogs aren't hanging around yet because they get pretty tired after a walk. All right, so into a bowl goes some melted butter. Wow, that looks almost neon. It is butter, I promise. And our lukewarm, oh, it's gonna look good. Look at that. Wow, milk. Just basically making a sweet dough. Oh, does that sound like from Napoleon Dynamite? Sugar goes in. I've made this, I can't remember what recipe it was. I've made basically this dough before. Just dissolve the sugar through. All right, and that is still lukewarm. Hello. So we're gonna get some yeast now. This is fast action yeast because it accelerates the yeasty process of making dough. It's good. It's good for bread and stuff. But we're gonna sprinkle it on. Oh, I know this sounds really obvious, but it's really yeasty. That's basically like smelling a banana and saying, it smells like a banana. Hopefully you can see it. There's a couple of bubbles there just come to the surface. It's starting to activate. So this has been about a minute. And what we're going to do, not even going to sieve it because we get to knead it later. This is plain flour, 550 grams of that. And I'm just going to lift that mixture in. You know, one way that I was mulling over doing this, I've seen cinnamon rolls done before using puff pastry instead. And you can just go buy some ready-made puff pastry from the store and completely skip this step. But I just like the idea of doing it like, you know, proper fresh and yeasty. So, nothing too crazy. I'm just going to give it like a 10-second mash around like that. Just making sure all the flour's off the sides. Look how lumpy and porridge-like it looks. Don't worry. Rapmaster 3000. The dough now has to prove itself. The yeast is going to work. Leave it sealed like that in a cool, dry place. If you haven't got a cool, dry place, go to your friend's house and turn up with a bowl like this. Now, luckily, I needed 2 others, and I've already done that. So, this is a little bit of an exclusive. Chloe is off school.
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing?
Good.
You feeling a bit okay?
Yeah.
Now, you were sick, so you have to have 2 days off legally, don't you? Yeah. So you're going to stay here and look after these doughs. So, in the cool, dry room where Chloe is going to oversee the dough, yeah?
Yeah.
Thanks, mate. We have got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? So Daddy's going to go get ready now.
You used 1, 2, 3 in the Mexican hat video.
Did I? I'm running out of puns.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, give me some skin. Fist bump. Daddy daycare. Yeah, if you're wondering, when you are sick as a kid at school here in the UK, what a lovely topic to talk about during the cooking video. You legally have to have 2 days off school. So Chloe could probably go back today, but just to be sure, she's taking it easy. She's having a day off, probably watching a lot of films and doing some drawing, and I'll probably play Snakes and Ladders in between filming this video. All right, we are back. Chloe is asleep. She's gone up to her room, so we'll probably not see her for the rest of the video. It's okay. She helped prove the dough. It's there. It's looking good. I forgot to say, this video was actually requested yesterday by Silky Southern. The tweet's on the screen right now. Have you made a giant cinnamon roll? My hubby wants to see you make one. I looked on YouTube. I think we all watched your vids and haven't seen it. And I literally replied, may do that tomorrow, which is today. Thank you, Silky Southern, for basically instructing my life. And another awesome tweet that came through. I'm going to come up really close on this one. You see that? That is a tweet that I've just had back from Mel, your travel handbook, basically having Homer Simpson winding a giant cinnamon roll into his mouth. It's kind of like this is meant to be. I've got Homer out we're ready to do this. Yes, I've brought all of my doughs inside. In fact, this one is trying to escape from the bowl. Amazing. But look, if I get him really close, can you see how holy it is? Not in a religious way, but just in a sort of yeast rising way. It's escaping. I've got lots of dough, but it's not quite there yet. So what's going to happen is we've got the 2 bowls there that had a little less time proving, but the first one I've done, what the heck is that? Kids theme park pass. I don't know how it got stuck to the bottom of a bowl there, but this is the big one. This is the one that's spilling out, so we're going to work on this first of all. But also in these mugs, in fact the pink one's empty, I just wanted to show you. These are my Barry Lewis mugs. Look, they've got the logo on it and it says Barry Lewis on the back. So yeah, if you fancy getting one, it's all good. But I've been very organised. In each of these mugs is some more flour to add in because it will be really wet at first. And I think we'll need even more flour than that. Before it gets messy and work on the dough, let's just do 2 other things. We'll get our massive pan. Oh, and we'll get some butter and we'll just gently lubricate it. Like so. Brilliant. All right, so now it is time for the gorgeous cinnamon butter filling. And for that, I'm just gonna wing it. If you don't know what that phrase means, not only is it an excuse for me to do that, it just basically means I'm gonna bodge it, but I know it needs 3 ingredients. Butter, some brown sugar, and cinnamon. Let's do it. Yep, that'll do. It's going in the microwave for about a minute just to soften it up and to make it more stirrable. I'm just gonna check. Splodge, look at that. That's room temperature, that will do nicely. So now comes the part when we wing it, because basically I'm just gonna go, add it in by sneezing, it does help. And we'll wing it with the cinnamon as well, a whole tub of cinnamon, and then we just mix. We want to get it eventually like a spreadable consistency, and the cinnamon's just being, well, alright, I'm cinnamon, what am I doing in here? It's gonna be the cinnamon roll, baby. You've got a big role to play, pun intended. See that? It's like a soft, spreadable consistency so we can spread it on our dough in a moment. I hope it's going to be enough. Okay, so I've got a bowl of watery flour here that I'll just have from time to time. Basically, the only role of that is when I get really messy, I can turn my camera off. I've also got my tin, and that is 3 inches deep. So that's how wide I'm going to try and make my strips. We've got this to knock back, we've got our flour and even more flour in the background to help roll it, and it's going to be wet, we might need more. So let's dough it. So yeah, let's, oh my gosh, this is such a wet dough. Let's get that flour in there. So this should hopefully start to dry out a little bit. So I'm going to sprinkle a load of flour down. I'm going to just pour the dough out onto it. Oh my gosh. Oh. And I'm just going to keep kneading it and adding flour as I go. This might take a while. Alright, so it's getting a little bit more rigid now. Just like the song by Leanne Rimes, I've got to do this 2 times more. Right, I'm really happy with this, but I'm going to dust it heavily in flour because as you roll it out, you kind of expose the dough even more to the real wettiness inside still. And it will basically be like, yes, it looks amazing, and then it sticks to the worktop. And if I can get 2 strips out of this, that'll be good. Right, here we go. Oh, wow. Oh, that's amazing. That's really, really addictive. Oh my gosh. Ah, come on. All right, so I'm gonna just take a little bit off the edges. We will have some leftover stuff, so it could actually afford me by the end another whole strip with the 3 portions of dough. So now I'll get my tape measure. 3. It doesn't matter too much if we're not that even because we can shape it. I completely missed those cut lines I made. Oh, look at these. It's like carpet. So let's just, now we've got this, let's just, just snorted flour. Ooh. What the heck? Mate, how'd you get flour on you? Anyhow, cinnamon, oh. And I'm just gonna, oh, wow, spread it on. Yes. All right, that does look a little bit wrong, doesn't it? So I'm gonna get some water and dab the top end, and then I'm gonna roll it up to you. And then I'm gonna dab this bit so that I can join it with that bit. But look at that, that's amazing. My fear is, as I leave it to rest and I work on the rest of my dough, it's gonna prove again, so it could turn into this huge thing that takes over the house. I'm not going too thick with this. Oh my gosh, it's working way better than I thought it would. And then another wet dab down there for my next strips. Oh, you beautiful thing. I want you to look at that at the moment, okay? Look how thin and compact that is together. By the time I work on my next set of dough strips, the next two, this will probably have got bigger. That's a good thing because we need to fill this whole pan, and I don't know if we will. Well, you know the drill. I've got a floury pug and I'm just taking this off. Shoving my mug in. Nearly missed the bowl. And then just kneading it through again. So I'll see ya when I got 2 strips. Alright. It has got bigger. Wow. Check this out. Look how wide it's getting. I reckon by the time I'm done, that'll be like huge. I wasn't sure if I should ravel it again or just sort of wrap around it as it gets bigger. Oh my gosh. Oh, looks like a little hat. I've done a lot of hat-based videos recently, haven't I? Patting it down. We go again. Oh, look at this. I was just about to film rolling up these strips. Look at this. Wow. That has expanded massively. I'm going to press it down a teeny bit, actually. And when you're getting too high. So the good news is it's getting massive. The bad news is I don't feel comfortable enough. My Alexa just went off. And so did yours. Go on, you big thing. Yes. Now that was a lot harder to do. Oh, I'm gonna lift it in. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, there we go. So I've pressed that in there, and then I'll wrap it around. Yeah, and tuck it in at the edges. See, what I'm thinking is now, this would be fine. It'll prove out and it'll probably go as wide as this whole pan. But we have some dough left over. We've actually got enough there to maybe make 2 strips. Because it's all in little bits, I'm putting some water on so it bonds together. Then we flour it. Yeah, there ain't no way that I'm going to lift these up. Look how big it's getting. I have no doubt in my mind with these 2 on there, it will fill it up. Oh, my last strip. I feel like some sort of snake handler. Yes. Look. If I tap that down a bit.
Charging battery.
It's proving because I keep altering it. I think we've done it. I've got no more dough left. I've got
Charge
no more
complete.
dough to give. I've done it. Look, it's huge. This thing's a beast. I'm cling filming it like 4 times. Press it down. I'm gonna let this rest while I clean this place up. This is an actual dog attachment with a brush for a dog. Whilst I've been doing that, it has rested, it's expanded again. I've pressed it down a little bit. I'm going for a low temperature oven. I'm going to go sort of slow and low with it, you know. And that, if it does rise up as well, hopefully I can get in there and press it down. It could just completely explode in one direction like some sort of crazy caterpillar thing, I don't know. So let's just get it in there. Yeah, you see, look, it's kind of like done a like weird dome shape sort of thing like that. It's rising up, so I'm going to just try and press it down a little bit like this. All right, yes. Do you mind me doing that to you? I don't think you do. All right, cool. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, this is heavy. In it goes. Ah, just about fits. Boom. Right, I'm going to put it on for like an hour. It's only been like 10 minutes and there's a little bit of rising going on. Yeah, I've not left it too late. I can start to press it down a little bit to stop it rising. And I can feel it starting to get a bit more rigid actually, so I need to be doing this now Well, it seems to be holding its shape now. Fingers crossed I haven't got to touch it down again. Another half an hour to go. And just for another reference, this is the first time I've ever washed up a tape measure before. All right, that has been an hour and 20 minutes. Whoa, I'm feeling confident. Oh my gosh, look at the size of that. It's nice and hard on top. I'm guessing, because it was all the same sort of thickness, that it should be cooked through. I just didn't want to burn it. An hour and 20, come on. On top of your cinnamon bun, or cinnamon scroll, I think some people call it, or cinnamon roll, whatever you want to call it, cream cheese icing. Now, I would love to do it now, put it on there now as it's cooling down, but I've still got to get the thing out of the pan, which I haven't quite thought about yet. So I think we'll make the icing now, which will give it time to cool, and then we'll dress it if we get it out. Cream cheese icing. I absolutely love this. Really nice with a bit of lemon in it as well. So this is some cream cheese. Gone for a lighter one because obviously, you know, when you're making a massive bun like that, you want to think of the calorie concerns. All about portion control. 190 grams of icing sugar. And it goes everywhere. But we'll lubricate it in just a mo. It's just trying to get that initial contact to stop it going everywhere. Alright, look at that. And the spatula is really good as well because you can just scrape the side of the bowl like that, get every little bit off like that. Okay, some vanilla extract, some melted butter, and some milk. And that is a very, very naughty frosting once it all bonds there. Cool, so we'll just leave that to stand. A bit like this beast. Oh my gosh, this is so heavy. Oh my gosh. Oh, jeez. Alright, go like this. Oh, yes. Look at that. Alright, now, get it off it. My hand's stuck under it. Yes. Oh, what a beauty. We've done it. We've done it. Oh, it's still warm. I love it. But I'm going to pour some of the cream cheese icing on now. Look at that. Oh, yes. I don't mind if it drips off the sides a little bit. I think that's pretty cool. Oh, wow. So, I mean, it's made a little bit of a mess on my counter, but I think that looks awesome. I'm going to let that cool down fully so the icing sets as well. And then we'll take a big old wedge out of it. All right, it's been like an hour and a half to cool down. In fact, I made some little mini ones with leftover dough in that time. I've got a board here because I just need to get a photo with this, like holding up a fish in a fisherman's magazine, just for the thumbnail. And then we'll take a slice out of it. The icing might still be a teeny bit maneuverable, but I can't wait. I just want to eat it. All right, I've managed to get it up on the wire rack. That's the best I'm going to do. I thought I nearly destroyed it then. Hello. I think this plate will be big enough. Oh my gosh. Ah, come on. Oh. Oh, look at how gooey that cinnamon is. Oh, it's all baked through as well. That's just the warmth still. It's still warm. Oh, I'm just going to go for the gooey bit with the cinnamon and the butter. Oh. Oh. Oh my word. It's like a baby. It's like my own, well, I'm not eating a baby, but you know what I mean? It's like my little thing that I brought into the world. That is absolutely stonkingly gorgeous. Absolutely blown away by it. The crunch of that freshly baked crust, the cream cheese icing, and the cinnamon butter working its way through it is absolutely gorgeous. It still wasn't fully cooled down, so we had that sort of gooiness and the warmth in the middle. I mean, I kind of prefer it like that when it's freshly baked out the oven. When it's that size, it's kind of hard to tell. But if you do try this, good luck, but you will. You'll love it. Not only have we done that, we've shown you how to clean your kitchen, and we've hoovered a pug. Oh. There you are, Amy. I gotta go upstairs and see how Chloe is. I think Chloe's slept pretty much as much as Amy has now, whereas Boss and I
Charging
have had
battery.
a bit of a hoovering session. But there we go. Any future Giant Food suggestions, keep them coming in. If you haven't seen them on the Giant Food
Charge
playlist already,
complete.
have a marathon, check them out, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.
Check your level, player. No matter what your style, the kitchen's for me. Sideburns, moustache, goatee, maybe all three.
And in case you're wondering, this is what it's looking like when it's fully cooled down. I'm just gonna slice through again. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh, I love the marbling. Bye-bye. Alright, how's it going? Welcome. It is actually a random fact for you. Straight off the bat, it's Valentine's Day right today whilst I'm filming this. I didn't get you a card, but just know that I always love you. Mrs. Barrett actually got me some chocolate oranges things, which is a theme for today's video. A lot of you guys say to me, Barry, how do you come up with ideas? One, I am one of the most creative people in the world. Two, I just get ideas. Some are not so good, some are better, and obviously that don't even make sense, and other times you guys help me out as well. Sometimes the name of a video comes to me before what the actual video is, and in today's instance, it could not be any more the thing. I wanted to do a video where for some reason, and I don't know why, it's ridiculous, this is great, like I just wanted to use 3, 2, 1, like 3, 2, 1. But then I thought, let's take it up a notch, yeah? Like 7-minute abs and all that stuff. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. So today I'm going to be showing you 4 3-ingredient recipes to try at least once in your life. You like what I did there? And we're doing it proper. I've seen ingredients in the past, recipes where it's like 5-ingredient whatever. And one of the ingredients is water that's not in the ingredients list. And that to me isn't cheating. But to you, some of you guys in the comments box will be like, that is cheating. So we're going to keep it proper. If we're using water, that is one of our 3. And the other cool thing, rather than doing all mains, all sweets, we are doing a drink, a starter, a main, and a dessert. So this is kind of like a 12-ingredient 4-course thing, including your drink. Yes, yes. We'll start with honey, where's the bottle? Honey lemonade. So we've got honey, lemons, that's it. And the 3rd ingredient, yes, is water. So here's what we're going to do. This is my Whizzy high-powered chopper blendery thing, also known as a Bullet Nutri, and lots of other brands are available. This isn't actually one of those, but it does the same thing. It's very high-powered, spinny blades. Now what I'm going to do for the moment is take 3 lemons. Now if you want, you do not have to do this. I am putting the whole lemons in there. I'm going to drizzle in my honey. So I'm going to go for, that's about 1 tablespoon. Oh, look at it run down. That looks great. So the water is going in. I've got a litre here, but I'm only going to go about 400 mils. Because we want to just whiz it up first of all. And in fact, we're going to pray that it does. I might have wedged them in too much. And then we can tweak it. It got that one bit of lemon. That's well cloudy. I think I might have shaved it. I have. All right, okay. We'll do it in little batches. It's like one of those things, I don't know if any of you guys have ever worked in customer service and you sort of do that line, oh, that's no problem, when really to you, it's a huge problem and you're just being really, really polite. So we've taken half of the lemon amount out. Let's make sure they're not wedged up. Actually, I might just slice them. Oh, come on, there we go. Smooth as a baby's bum. All right, so we'll get the other bits in there. Remember, we've still got 2 lemons, but that's more to tweak the flavour. It's all about just getting it in there first of all. Beautiful. So remember, at this stage, we're just going over the top with the lemony taste, and I'm passing mine through a sieve because it will get rid of any of the little naughty gubbins. But if you want it zesty, if you want that little bit of texture, just leave it in there. Don't worry about it. You see, you're left with this pulpy stuff, which I say it can go in there. I would prefer that, but I want to show you both ways. But what we've got in here is kind of like a smooth lemony syrup, and I've got some on the worktop as well, but that's fine. In here, we can now tweak this. So this is going to be quite bitter. Yeah, it's actually not so bad, but we do need to add a bit more sweetener and dilute the taste a little bit. So first, just to take that sharpness away, we'll start to add in about 100 mils of water at a time. Little squirt extra of honey. Oh, it's nearly there. It's really best to do it in stages because you don't want to lose that lemoniness. Alright, I'm bringing it up so I've got about a litre of total fluid now from the water. So that's nearly all of it used up. We'll make a large amount, so we might as well go for it. Oh, that is, it's February and I want to be sat outside with like an umbrella in my drink. That is good. And I'm just going to say it again. Some of you will try this and be like, oh my gosh, that's so bitter. But please change the ratio of the water and the honey to your liking and you will find one that fits. Oh, that looks good, doesn't it? And of course, because 3 ingredients, the lemon still fits in. Look at that. It's kind of blended in with Homer. There we go. Nice honey lemonade. Still cloudy, beautiful. This cake, which could blow my mind, we'll do next because it takes... Oh my gosh! This cake is 3 ingredients. My favourite thing in the world on Christmas Day for years. I've told you this before. My mum will get me a Terry's chocolate orange rather than a tangerine. We need Terry's chocolate orange. We need butter. And we need eggs. That is it. So into a large bowl, we are going to get 8 eggs. There we go. So here are 3 chocolate oranges. You could use any type of chocolate you want. Mint chocolate, what? And we want about 450 grams, so about a pound. So we've got a little bit over. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, on the top of a Terry's chocolate orange, it used to say tap and unwrap. And half the challenge was actually going, tapping it, and then you'd go like this, you'd go like this. It's a struggle today, isn't it? And then it would sort of open up, and sometimes, in fact, yeah, they've still got it. They have the stump still, but like they're already segmented, which is good for us. See with these, actually, in fact, we're going to need most of it. And just, I think we're going to need nearly all of it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that'll do. So I've got 2 segments left, but I've got an additional chocolate orange for garnishing. So yeah, you don't need to tap anymore. Look, you go like that. You guys, oh no, you do a little bit. Why doesn't it say tap and unwrap? I guess it's got hot in my house. There you go. All right, so grab yourself a saucepan. The heck? Pan down. Medium-low flame. If only I had a massive chunk of butter, 110 grams to one side. Oh yes, I do. In that goes. This is dedicated to anyone that's watching called Terry. And that includes Terry Hatcher. So we're going to melt it through. We're going to end up with a gorgeous chocolate orange buttery lake. And of course, one other step, which I think my saucepan lid is kind of praying I wish I did. You could have done this in the microwave on 30-second blast, stirring as you go until it's all melted and smooth. All right, so this is our chocolate orange mixture melted into that butter. I've taken it off the heat so it's still warm, but we will let it cool down just a teeny weeny bit. So I'm going to move it just up here. Boom. So it's obviously the fats and the sugars are going to come from the chocolate orange and the butter, but so it's here that's going to hold it together and also give it the rise. So we need to whisk this for a good 10 minutes. Boom. You see how bubbly that is? That's like a bubble bath when you're a kid. You want to jump in that with your rubber duck. Out of shot here, you will see I have got the chocolate orange mix. I'm going to add a little bit of this in at a time, literally about that amount, like a tablespoonful max. And once it's all in there, you keep adding. This is kind of therapeutic. Boom. Now, believe it or not, that is the batter for this cake. It's a lot wetter than normal batter. It does bake for a long time. So this is a loose bottom tray. You don't necessarily need to have a loose bottom one. So get a little bit of butter around the sides. Go grease lightning, I'm greasing up my baking tin. Boom. Actually, whilst we got there, I had the Sharpie in my hand. I'm like, why have I got a Sharpie in my hand? We're going to just do a very rough outline. That's very rough. Like a glove. Or a piece of baking parchment cut to size. Whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure if you can see how foamy that is on the top still. That's beautiful. We're going to pour this mix into our tin. Oh my gosh. I haven't preheated my oven. Damn it. My oven is at 180C fan or 200C non-fan, okay? It's going to take 45 minutes. My experience of doing cakes like that before, where you're not using flour and you're using the egg, sometimes you get like a really good rise at first, and when you take it out of the oven it does deflate slightly, so it might look a bit more like a torte, but that's cool. Just had a bit of a boo-boo, folks. Because I used a loose bottom tin, some of it's dripped down into the next row, so I've put it on a baking tray that's lined with a seal pat or just baking parchment, so make sure you don't get any leakage. Otherwise it really will be a lot lower than you're expecting. Alright, so for our 3-ingredient appetizer slash starter, we're going for bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers. Sometimes they come in a breadcrumb, but we're doing the bacon wrap vibe, and there's a lot of flavour going on. So by sticking like hardcore to this 3-ingredient thing, no salt and pepper, no rub or seasoning or anything like that, you have to try and find some workarounds in the supermarket. And there are some ways. Even the bacon, I've got some proper, real nice, super smoked bacon, so maximum flavour in that. I mean, the jalapenos are just that. It's just really a shell, but you could do it with a pepper or something like that. And I struck gold in the supermarket, so this is just one brand of cream cheese. Other brands are available, but they did lots of other ones. They did a salt and pepper one, they did a herb one, they did sweet chili, caramelised onion. So that's already in this cream cheese, so I'm going to ram that into there and wrap the bacon around it. Alright, so all I'm going to do is slice the lid off the top like that. Remember, don't, if you're touching any of these seeds and stuff, don't rub your eyes, wash your hands, all that stuff. I'm going to halve it. You can do this with a knife, but another way to do it is to just grab a spoon and scrape it all out. Just push it there. You get a little bit of that whitey membrane stuff, which I don't really like. They say you can do that as neat as you want, but I mean, that is it. You're effectively making a green witch's nose or a green boat. There you go. I'm not going to do this very pretty. I'm just going to push the cream cheese in just so it fills it. We then take a strip of bacon and we're going to just roll it at a slight angle so it hopefully covers most of it. So these are now on a lined baking tray, which is perfect because, bear with me, and when I say that, there is not a bear with me in the room. There is a Mr. Bean and a Homer cardboard cutout, as standard. Look, it's done exactly what I thought it would. It's dipped in the middle, and I quite like that, okay? There's still a teeny bit of wobble in there. I put a skewer through it, you can see there, and on the sides, it's come out dry. You must leave it to cool in the tray fully. But we need the oven. Oh my gosh, this is gonna drop, this is gonna drop. Oh, how did that not drop? Wow. These are going in now until the bacon is nice and cooked through. Last up, we are doing a barbecue chicken sandwich. This is bullseye sauce, and the reason I went for this one today is because it was a smoky bacon one. So again, like the cream cheese, this is just gonna add another bit of flavor into our chicken whilst we're stuck with 3 ingredients. The other ingredients are some nice brioche buns, and of course, barbecue chicken sandwich is gonna need chicken. I actually went for thighs because they're cheaper and actually a bit more meatier. Now, there's one thing I want to tell you that I was going to do, and the reason I went for thighs in the end, I'm like, that's cool, but I was going to go for chicken breast and I was going to poach chicken. I don't know if you've ever done that, but that would have required me the 4th ingredient, water. So we're just going to griddle them without oil. Also, for the way we're going to do the barbecue sauce, if you have some water to hand, you might want to dilute it a little bit. We're going to go hardcore. We're doing pretty well today. You could say we're on a roll. In fact, this is a brioche roll. The only thing I need to do is just bear in mind the bacon jalapeno poppers are cooking there. Oh, it smells so good. So I'm not going to forget the smell. I just don't want to burn. So this is a chicken thigh. As you can see, if you just let it naturally roll out, you've got quite a nice little sheet. See, they roll out quite flat, so they'll cook quite quickly. But the other thing you can do, like the chicken breast, bit of bacon parchment on top, whack, 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 stress reliever. Very good indeed. Makes it nice and thin. But we will grill them like this. But first,
charging battery.
All right. We're going to get this pan hot. And there's a fear
charge
of getting
complete.
Too hot because we're not really using oil. We have to use the natural oils from the chicken. That it might stick to this pan, but we'll just have to go with it. Yours will look better than mine, as I say. But there's no harm now, if you want to, whilst it warms up, in just sticking the bread sides down, face side down, because we're trying to maximize the flavor. So by just having it, you know, that's why you go to McDonald's to get it toasted. Not only does it stop the sauce soaking in, but by charring it, aka burning it, that does actually increase the flavor. So any chance we've got here to add flavor by natural steps like this, we're doing it. Did you enjoy my lecture on, no you didn't. Let's have a little look. Oh yeah, baby, check that out. Huh? Suntan, flavor and protection from drooping in the sauce. Ooh, the second batch came out even better. Now, this might sound weird, and obviously if you're using oil, you'll be fine, but I'm gonna let this pan cool down before sticking the chicken in. If I stick that in right now, it'll cling to it. All right, I thought I'd just try and grab a bit more of my coffee, but I'm gonna just pick up maybe 2, and you can see there wasn't a sizzle there because I'm not gonna get, no, I'll do 2 at a time. And I really want to try and get some nice char on it, like these. Alright. Oh yeah, that'll do. I'm relieved because the actual fats from the chicken are coming out and lubricating the pan. It is extremely smoky. The bacon is done. I'm going to bring that out. Oh, the caramelization of that chicken is going to ram it full of flavour. Look at these. I'm going to stick them up there out of the way. What we can do is just cut it slightly, which is also another good way of making sure it's cooked through, into chunks. So we're going to grab our barbecue sauce, and I'm going to put about 3 tablespoons in there. This is where water would be really helpful to thin it out, so because there's a sugar content in this, it will caramelize quickly and thicken. We want it to be thick and grip it, but then just having water to hand will kind of loosen it up if you need to, and kind of make it a bit more drizzly if you want that effect, which I normally do, but I can't, due to the rules of this video. We'll stir it around to just basically warm through this sauce. We're not going to marinate it in for hours and hours, which of course you could do. I'm just showing you what you can do with 3 ingredients. And that's it, no joke. A minute later, the steam, the caramelization from that sugar being in there, it wants to thicken and potentially burn quite quick. So let's get it off the heat whilst it's nice and warmed. I'm just laying our barbecue chicken on top. Some nice crunchy coleslaw right now would go down an absolute storm. I'm going to lift that bit up. That is a big old bit. Look at that. And then our charred lid on top. Oh, the 3 ingredient barbecue chicken sandwich. Look at that thing. Oh. So whilst I've got you here, I just want to show you the jalapeno poppers. I put them into this like basket thing I once got given. But look, the bacon is all charred and caramelized. The cream cheese has stayed in place inside the chili. They look amazing. And I've just literally got some more cream cheese. Not very pretty, I know, but I stuck it in a pot like that, so you can dunk that in that, and that's still 3 ingredients. So we've got the poppers, barbecue chicken sandwich, and the lemonade, which I've completely forgotten about, and we got a cake. The chocolate cake is finished off with a few of the chocolate orange segments just overlapped on each other like this. I've just got some extra melted chocolate orange that I'm just drizzling up and down it. I don't know if I can wait for it to be chilled, to be honest. Oh, that's what we want. There should be a gooiness in the middle. When you put that in the fridge, it will turn to more of like a moussey vibe, but I kind of like that, the looseness of it, you know? It's not falling apart, it's not droopy, it's good. It's got the right set on it. Yes. So, the jalapeno popper. Oh, in the cream cheese. Oh. Oh, wow. It reminds me of a pizza. I really like that caramelized onion cream cheese as well. That's really hot. Oh my gosh. I don't have jalapenos that often, but it reminds me of a barbecue pizza that a company called Romano's do quite often that I've had from time to time. Why don't I try and cool my mouth down with some honey lemonade. Oh, that is super refreshing. There's still a little bit of sort of lemony chunks in it, but they all pass through the sieve nice and fine. But like I say, if you don't want it as bitter, take the pith and stuff off the lemon before you do it. Just grate it and just get the juice, all right? Oh my gosh, the charness of the bun as well. The chicken is charred, tender, soft and juicy. Also the charring in the bun comes through, and that barbecue sauce with the bacon vibe, wow, that is insane. If there's one message I want you to take away from this video, is actually not only do you want to see more of these, because I'm happy to do more, but also the fact that this is just 3 ingredients. Now, holding back the water and all that stuff. Like, imagine what you could do with like 4 or 5, and that's up to you guys. I promised myself I wouldn't cry. That is so good. The moistness, that sort of semi-cooked stuff in the middle, which is ideal. It's its own self-saucing chocolate orange cake. I don't know which one of those is my favourite. They are all really, really good in their own way, just like you. And if you want to see more of these, I'm happy to do. I'm happy to do more. So give it a go. Send me your snaps, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Check your level, player. No matter what your style, the kitchen's for me. Simon's moustache, goatee, maybe all three.
I know I said send us your snaps. I know it's Valentine's Day and all, but please, just food, right? Meringue style. A bit like Gangnam style, but like the meringue style. Hello everybody, hope you're well. About a week ago maybe, I put up a video for free ingredients to try one time in your life, and you guys absolutely loved it. You were like, do this again, make this a playlist, like wear it. I can't wear it. My point is, if you love it, I'm going to do another one. So this is part 2 of 4, 3, 2, 1, and maybe we will do other random calculations that you did put in the combinations box, the comments box. Like, everyone's like doing 5, 4. I think someone put Pythagoras theorem. But yes, we are going to be doing this today. Very, very exciting. As like the last video, a lot of you are like, oh Barry, you could have done water, you could have done seasoning, but I really wanted to show you how simple and easy food can be with just 3 ingredients, and then you guys pimp it up and it just looks way better than mine. But before we get started on this, something happened on the giant Jammy Dodger video, didn't it? I think I just broke the Rapmaster 3000. Yes, that's right, my Rapmaster 3000 broke. But being the guy I am, I already had another Rapmaster 3000. This is exactly as it looks. It says Rapmaster 3000 on it. And this, I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't see this before, because I could have compared them. This is like, the width is half of it. It's lighter, it's easier to carry. But this one, it should work. We'll quickly look at this because we might need it in a bit.
Separate rotation. There are 4 of them. And so, and also, like I say, you got the, like a white man is closer to a black man than it is to a white woman, because men and women are on totally opposite hemispheres. But white men be like midday, and black men at midnight, sun up Indian, sundown Asian. But we don't, the integration, black races, all 4 races are good, but mixing them is kind of like we used to mix slop. You create a racial slop.
It's actually got a locking system on it, so you can pull the flap down like this, but then if I push it out to unlock, we can lift out the centre, which is where the sharp blade is. When I dropped it, the black thing shattered on the floor, and this was what was actually attached. They're wedged to the special film that you buy, yeah, so that they make you buy the expensive film. But you get loads, so it's all good. So it's got a special connection thing on it that goes in there, and look, it should, ooh. We feed it through our blade, and boom, this will be a new Rapmaster that we just put in and then lock in place. So there we go. Rapmaster's not gone, it was just always with us. But apparently there's a Rapmaster 4,500. Proper jealous. Okay. So just like the last one, we're going to do a starter, a main, a dessert, and a drink. So we'll get the main done first, which we can keep chilled, even frozen. But let's let it go. This is a packet of fresh ravioli. This is chicken and chorizo ravioli. That means I'm going to have a chicken and chorizo lasagna. Oh, yes. My point is they had loads of different raviolis in there, and to help make our lasagna and give it some extra hidden flavour, we're just going to chuck this in with our cheese and sauce. That's it. So we're just going to get some, this is some passata, okay? We're then going to get our ravioli. Well, hey, I've just jumped out. In fact, I will push them together. If I spin them round, spin them right round, baby, right round, like a ravioli, baby, right round, round, round. This is some grated cheddar. Of course, the only downside to keeping this 2-3 ingredients is, you know, you could really go crazy with different cheeses like Parmesan. Ravioli on, some more sauce. Just spreading it out a little bit with a spoon just to cover it. Nice. Oh, just got the cheese everywhere, but hey, it's all part of the fun, eh? I think we've got 1 more layer in us. We're really going to go all out on that and cover that up. Boom, 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 boom. So we're gonna Wrap Master 3000. Cheers, mate. Oh, brilliant. Did you just shut the fridge on me? Oh, we gotta go quick. There we go. Right, here it goes. The reason we're putting it in cling film is just because we put it in the fridge. You can do this and make it well ahead in advance or freeze it, but we will need foil for later. Keeping an eye on you two. That would be the world's strangest British relationship, wouldn't it? Can I get arrested for that? This next recipe, it is 10 to 10 in the morning, folks, as I do this. We are going to go for a fan oven. 160C is non-fan, so we're going 140. Is that a baking tray from last night's dinner still in the oven? Yes, it is. I got to level with you. This next recipe is kind of like, it's 4 ingredients, but it's not. There's water, but the water is not going in the recipe. So that's how we're getting around it. We are making a creme brulee, okay? So good. But the cool thing about this, we need sugar, and that is just for the caramelization. Damn right we're using a chef's torch at the end. Love that. We're using an egg. We're not even using the white. We could whip that up with the sugar and do some sort of meringue topping on it. I wasn't planning to, but I literally just came up with that. I think we will. The yolk is going to help bond our ice cream. And you can pick, you watching this right now can pick any flavour ice cream you want. Within reason, nothing too chunky, not sorbet. Actually, sorbet might work, and it's too watery. Nah, I don't know. Forget I said that. Car door ice cream. I call it car door ice cream because it's... Okay, we're going to go for a strawberry creme brulee with a now additional flamed meringue topping on top. I don't have to do that, but this is going to be insane. Need to remove the yolk from a gadget? No. Need to remove the yolk from an egg? There is a plastic bottle for that, or a fish. I called it an egg. The egg white's going to stay in there. We will whip that up. The yolk is just going in here, like this for now. For now. You know what? I've actually put 2 eggs in because I want to make a second one for Mrs. Barry later. This is some strawberry ice cream then. Look, Boston, strawberry ice cream. 30 seconds in there just to melt it up. I've left it at room temperature, so it shouldn't take long. Alright, so this ice cream's pretty much there. Although, yeah, nice and pouring. The egg yolks are what's going to help firm it up, okay? Otherwise, we're just baking ice cream. So let's just grab a whisk. Alright, I still don't think I've got enough there. I'm going to have a little pour. There we go. Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah, that'll do. I want to have a little bit of a space. And if I can get the other one in time, let's have a look. Will it fill? Oh, yes, that will do. Okay, nice. Ah, there's strawberry chunks in there. Anyhow, here's the 4th ingredient that's not the ingredient. Loaf tin. I need to pour this in quite carefully. We're doing a water bath, so just like proper creme brulee style. I say proper. It's a bodge, isn't it? Let's get this in the oven. That is hot because of the boiling water, you plonker. Ah ha ha ha. Be careful, Barry. Be careful, Barry. Ha ha ha. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Just to be sure, get an oven glove. Yes. And up and in they go. For about 45 minutes. Well, we need our sugar for the creme brulee topping anyway, but let's say with the egg whites, you might as well whip them up. Oh wow. Look at that. Nice, big, glossy Tim Peaks. I'm going to take about a tablespoon of caster sugar. Take the speed down a little bit. Boom. Look at that. So we might use it, we might not, but we can use that for a garnish on our dish. Meringue style. A bit like Gangnam style, but like the meringue style. Alright, here we go then, folks. It is done. Oh my gosh, I'm going to go and drop this. Please don't drop it. Ugh. It's shrunk down a teeny bit, but I'm happy with it. So what I'm going to do is carefully lift them out, and I say carefully, that means without filming at the same time, onto here to cool down to room temperature. Is that going to do it? Oh no, these are really bendy. Come on, you should be able to do it. Your tongs, what else are you good for? What about these tongs? Remember these? These were amazing. Come on. Oh gosh. Despite spending an absolute fortune on ingredients, ouch. No, I can't afford a tea towel, that was my point. Ha, there we go. Oh yeah, first time. No problems. Linton, can you edit that out? Cheers, mate. Look at that. All right, so they're out of the boiling hot, that's hot, bath, and it's going to just sit for a moment. That was a moment, but longer than that. You guys know me too well. This next one is going to be Do you know what would happen if this exploded? There'd be debris everywhere. So we've got some cranberry sauce, brie, and this is some bread. Now we had to get as much flavour as we could into the bread. There's lots of other ones. This is a focaccia. But we're just cheating here because this is a flavoured loaf. That's the way this 3 thing works, all right? Ow, ramekins are hot. So we've got the brie, and we're going to use this as a sort of template. It's kind of like jammy Dodger territory again. We're going to cut out a hole. Not a heart shape this time, though. Wow, that looks huge. It's not. I've just sort of put it so close to the camera. But we're going to cut around it. And I'm probably going to have to move the camera because I'm going to hit the microphone. All right. So we should have a... Yeah, we've got a hole there. I'm not going to go all the way down. I'm going to sort of slice it just to take that top layer off. Oh, yes. So what I'm actually going to do is I want to keep it a little dense. Now, hopefully, this thing will fit snugly in. Oh, you beautiful thing. Look at that. Oh, oh. Now what we're going to do is make some, this is going to sound really weird, fingers on the bread. As they bake, hopefully, it should tear off. So you've got like little teary chunks that you can just tuck off. That sounded really wrong. Oh yeah, brie and cranberry goes together like peas and carrots, Jenny. So let's just carefully, or maybe care for brie, put the brie loaf, oh yes, fragile, whoops, onto a tray like this. And then we just bake it. But we'll bake it with our lasagna. And whilst that was happening, the ramekins have been cooling down. Sorry, I know my phone always gets everywhere, but I have lots of phone calls when I make videos, by the way. These are at room temperature now. All right, and what we need to do is actually chill these for like maybe an hour in the freezer, in the fridge a little bit. You don't want it frozen. Just make them cold. Let's return to the lasagna that isn't a lasagna, yeah? Oh, we've got a nightmare. We haven't got any tin foil. You want to bake the lasagna with it covered, ideally, because you don't want to scorch the tops too soon. Then you want to get it bubbly for the last bit. I've got a bodge, though. Right, so there we go. I would now be normally putting foil on top of this. Instead, I've got a seal pat. I don't know if this is going to work. This is one of those, like, pre-things that you line the pre-things. You know, that you line trays with like non-slip. But effectively, I'm going to put it in the oven like this because I feel that this is still going to do the same thing. It's going to act as a shield to protect the top layer from getting burnt. It's about half an hour. Well, I know it's not going to melt because it's a seal pat. I think Mrs. Barry used the last cling film this morning for her lunch, but we'll see that in half an hour. All right, so our fourth and final recipe. We want to kind of have it cold, but we'll put it in the fridge anyway. This is going to be a gorgeous milkshake. In fact, for drinks, we can do so many 3-ingredient alcoholic recipes, but I kind of wanted to make this, you know, the videos about, like, you know, for kids and, you know, maybe pugs as well that are scratching themselves. But you know, I wanted to make it universal, you know? Just chuck vodka in it. But this thing is going to be amazing. I have got a Nutella bowl. That's not critical, but we just have a bowl. But in here is some amazing quality vanilla ice cream. It's the real good quality stuff with the little specks, the vanilla pods in there, all right? Just like before, any ice cream, but vanilla will work well with this, especially with those pods. The infused pods. We're also going to use some hazelnut milk. So this, with the Nutella bowl, I intentionally use this to remind myself it's kind of going to give it a Nutella vibe. But then it needs chocolate, doesn't it? And to make myself feel like I'm doing some kind of like healthy protein, oh my god, we need some creatine powder. We've got some Nesquik chocolate powder. Oof. So this is kind of going to be like a vanilla chocolate hazelnut milkshake that's still going to have that little icy twang. Ice cream's going in. Nice. We then top it up with our hazelnut milk. Get down, get in there. And then we take our powder. We're going to go for 3 good teaspoons of that. Put our lid on, and that is it. We're going to whiz this up now. Done. Oh, you see that? That sort of rough chunkiness to it? Boom, chicka wow wow. This oven did get turned up. I can't remember if I said that or not. Turn up for what? In goes the brie. And I'm going to give this another 5 minutes. And the only thing with that brie, it would be really cool if I used the 4 ingredients to brush oil on the top, because that would really give it a nice golden brown sort of surface. Focaccia is actually quite oily anyway, so it might help that. But if you're doing this, put a teeny brush of oil on there, season it as well. All those stuff that I'm not doing, and it'll be mwah. All right, boom. I think it's worked. Oh yes. Okay, it's not browned, it won't be, but it's protected it, which has helped cook through the ravioli. So now I'm going to keep that cooking the lasagna for like 15-20 minutes until it's golden brown, and the brie needs about 20 minutes too. So whilst that's happening, we shall do the strawberry things. That's it. Yeah. So what I've got here is a teaspoon of sugar, and we're just going to sprinkle that on top of our effectively strawberry ice cream custard. A little shimmy just to even it out. It has like shrunk a little bit in size, but I don't mind that. Okay, I don't mind it because we're going to try and do the meringue thing as well. It's going to be a Bruce Lee meringue. This is like a chef's torch thing. You can do it under the grill if you haven't got one of these. I'm going to lightly caramelize up the sugar. I'm going to put a bit more on actually. Oh, that's good, that's good. Oh, should we double coat it? Oh, why not? I really want to coat it properly. I want to get a good disc of caramelised sugar on there, because that's when you get that sort of breaky thing in it. That's going to be a nice rock hard layer on there. There we go, that's my other one done, just to show you that I did it. I kept the meringue mix in the fridge whilst this was all happening. Oh, this is cool, I like this. No problem is, because it's not done fresh, I can't really spike it, but I'll do my best to. I think we'll go like really rough like this. Basically hacking it up with a spoon. But this is just an optional thing I was going to do. I'm just going to see if we can make this a thing, because you're using up the whole egg. Look at that. I like that. Looks like popcorn. Yes! I love that. Just to show you on my spare one, how quickly it cools down and the time it did for me to torch that meringue. See? Oh, and you've got the strawberry custard underneath. Beautiful. So there you go. I'm not eating this one. Well, I might. In fact, oh no, this is Barry can have. Yeah, I'll dress it up later. Awkward. I just checked the oven. The brie is melting and gooey, and the lasagna thing is like a hot bubbling mess. Oh, look at that. I've just taken this out of the oven. Look, it's toasted. The gooey cheese coming down the centre there. Ooh. Look, you beast. Ah. You know, the other thing I was thinking, oh my gosh. Oh, yes, look. Oh, I really want to put herbs on it. I can't. But on that sort of topic, oh, that's quite a big portion. You could have used like more like herb infused sauces as well. I mean, it's baked ravioli in it, but lasagna sounds cool. Oh yeah, that has toasted. Oh, the top is so crunchy. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm not really a brie expert. Come on, break the seal. Break it. Oh, oh yes. Look at that. The only thing is I actually generally hate brie. I'm hoping cranberry will mask it. Look. Oh. I don't like it. Don't like it. I like cheese when it's melted, but brie, I don't know, I find it quite strong. Oh, cranberry. Oh, cranberry. Mm. Oh, the cranberry really did mask that, but then all of a sudden it's got this like kind of like beery vibe in brie. I don't know if it's just me, it gets it like real tang that's just a bit too kind of blue cheesy territory. You get me? But let's do the others. The lasagna, which is just, oh, that is so rich. Really tomatoey, the cheesy tang in there, and that chicken chorizo. We're forgetting about that. It just looks like parcels of pasta.
Charging battery.
Through it, mix it up. I mean, obviously, instead of using this, I could have just used sheets
Charge complete.
pasta, but then you're not getting the bechamel sauce of lasagna. So this is really making up for it. So I call it lasagna, but obviously it's just like a ravioli bake. It just, yeah, I like it. I really like it. The meringue topped brulee. Oh, I just broke through the disc. Come on, let's get some of the, oh, look at that. I've got meringue, I've got the sugar and the custard strawberry. Oh, wow. Oh, that's really, really good. You know, that charness? That's what hopefully I'm sort of showing you with this. Obviously, there's workarounds by like getting ingredients with flavour already in it. But by charring it and things like that, it just gives it more flavour. It's baked ice cream. Oh. Last up. It's got a little bit of a foamy head on it now. Actually, I feel like with a glass like this, I should have roller skates on. I don't. Oh my goodness. Oh, the hazelnut milk in there, it really does give it a delicate Nutella vibe. But then you're getting those like vanilla pods, those seeds from that more expensive ice cream in there. But, I mean, if you just use standard ice cream, put fresh vanilla pods in it. I don't know which one's my favourite. Well, I know the brie isn't, but the cranberry in the brie works well. So I don't know where you go from here. I was actually planning on doing a Taste of the World playlist and doing different countries or regions within each country, start a main dessert. But I feel like maybe if you guys like this, I've got a few other adaptations I can do for a few more weeks if you like. But check out the first one if you haven't seen it already. If you give any of these a go, any of my recipes, you guys are sending me pictures on social media. I absolutely love it, so please do that. And I think I'm going to have a very nice lunch. Bye.
Check your level, player. No matter what your style, the kitchen's for me. Simon's moustache, goatee, maybe all three.
Hello, Barry viewers. It's me, Stuart. You know, the guy who eats tarantulas, destroys soda streams and can't cook. As you may know, I'm making a second feature film and I've somehow convinced Barry to appear in it. This weekend is the last chance to contribute to our crowdfunding campaign and help bake our hard work and ideas into a lovely cinematic cake. So if that sounds like a thing you might like, check out the page via this link. Thanks, folks.
Back to the Future, Indiana Jones, Star Wars, Crocodile Dundee. All of those films have had trilogies. Today we are doing our trilogy of the very popular 4, 3, 2, 1 series. 3 ingredient recipes to try one time in your life, but now you can try them 3 times, and you guys are loving this. And I think I know how you feel, because when I first started this whole cooking journey, I used to actually go, right, like real simple recipes, 3 ingredients, and that used to just, there's something about it. 3 is the magic number. That's not to say I won't keep doing this series if you guys really want me to. And boy, are we going to have some fun today. And there's been a little bit of interesting feedback on this playlist. Many of you have been going, yeah, but you should use water, you should use salt and pepper, but that is not my job. It is yours. I want yours to be better than mine. I'm just giving you the tools. Just like before, a drink, a starter, a main, and a dessert with 12 ingredients in total. The only 13th ingredient is you. Does that make sense? And actually we'll start off with something controversial. This comment right here, it was kind of interesting because it's similar to some other ones I had where it was like, yeah, but this isn't actually 3 ingredients. And like I say, I'm just trying to inspire, and I think a lot of you have been enjoying this. But there was a comment in there about I could make a beef Wellington out of this, this, and this. And I'm like, yeah, you could. So I replied, and we're doing that. We're going to do a 3 ingredient beef Wellington. And I just went to the supermarket and bought a beef fillet, which is the most expensive thing ever. It was more expensive than the 12 ingredients I've used on the other 2 videos, but hopefully it should be worth it. The cool thing about going to the butcher's was I got this very helpful butcher chap to trim off the excess fat for me, which is not the easiest thing to do, and he was very, very good at it, to be fair. And here it is in this bag from the butcher's, 1 kilo of beef fillet. We're gonna do this with 2 other ingredients, which you'll see as we go through. Let's crack on. So we're going to get ourselves a pan. Normally with beef Wellington, we would rub it in oil and flavourings, and that's what I want you to do. But I'm just going to shove the meat in there. And there it is. It's a big old piece. The butcher did tell me to warn me about the tail cooking quick, so we're going to have to keep it moving. But we're just going to sear it all over for about 3 or 4 minutes. That's it. And suddenly you enter. Spinning around. Get out of my pan. Alright, so we've seared that all over, and because it's slightly smaller at one end, the actual butcher gave me a tip to put the smaller end, tuck it under like that, so that when we roll it, it will kind of be a bit more even. So I'm going to let this rest, just like we did when we did the beef roast playlist thing. Oh, it does smell good. Alright, who can forget the last gadget video I did with the pastry rolling thing? This thing was amazing. We need to roll out pastry, cha-ching. Ingredient number 2. Yes, I hope this works because I'm not using flour. I should. Many of you guys were like, why didn't you use water as the ingredient? I'm like, There's always someone that will say, no, that was 4 ingredients, so come on. But in all seriousness, you should definitely use flour. Getting tired. It's starting to stick. Goodness sake. Baking parchment. There we go. It's sort of non-stick rolling pin. So, beef Wellington, we've got the pastry, we've got the beef right there. The other thing that really goes in there, of course, herbs, flavourings, all that stuff, is Bruxelles, the muscles from Bruxelles. Jean-Claude Van Damme, he did a lot of trilogies, didn't he? Was there ever a third Universal Soldier? Was he in the second? Anyhow, that Jean-Claude Van Damme paste will go on the pastry, and also you normally would wrap some good quality ham around the beef too, but we can't do that. Luckily, I found a solution. This is mushroom and bacon pate. And I don't know if this is going to work, but I hope it does. Oh, this actually smells really good. I used to kind of have a fear of pate. I think it was just the word liver put me off a bit, you know. I'm not going to go all the way to the edge. I'm going to go quite close, but we want it even, almost like you're making a pizza. See, I'm folding up the edge there. We'll sit the beef in there. Oh my gosh. Bring up the sides. Oh, please don't rip. Please don't rip. All right, so that's going to stick to that. Good, good. We will make it fit. We're like one of the ugly sisters with a slipper in Cinderella. Join the party. Join. Yes. I'm just pinching it for now. Oh, look. Yes. And this is just completely optional. I found this little stamper with hearts on it. So I've done a proper beef Wellington on the channel before, and I'm kind of bodging this, so I like the idea of just putting some hearts on it. I don't know why. I'm just going to do some light scoring marks into the pastry as well. And that is it done. Well, we don't know if it's going to work yet, do we? And my backup is 3 ingredient toast, bread, butter and Marmite. Actually, I don't like Marmite. 2 ingredient toast. Oh. The Wellington sat over there because the thing that actually takes the longest today is something that you can make with just 2 ingredients. Peanut butter and white chocolate. We're doing peanut butter fudge. We're basically left with a spare ingredient to put anything on we want. You could do marshmallow fluff. Oof. Right, so I've gone for crunchy peanut butter because then it just gives us another chance to get another bit of texture in there. Smooth would obviously give you a smoother fudge. Come on, break the seal. Bye. We need 190 grams, or about 200. It's like a big old mountain of... Yeah. All right, so get yourself a microwave-safe mixing bowl. That is 500 grams of white chocolate chips. You could do it with milk chocolate as well if you want. In fact, role reverse what I'm doing. You'll see in a bit. Boom. There's no really attractive way of doing that. I'm just bunging the peanut butter in. Right, let's put this in the microwave. 30-second blasts, stirring it in between. Very, very important. The peanut butter will merge with the chocolate. It doesn't look like anything's happening. The peanut butter's getting a little bit softer. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. Sort of like a marbling effect. Oh, yes. But again, we got to keep it moving, which is a song by 5. Oh, look at this. Oh, that was actually another 30 seconds just stirring it through. Now, I just need to make sure. Yep, they are the peanuts and not the chunks of chocolate chips. All melted. That tastes amazing. So what we'll do is get ourselves a lined baking dish. And we're going to just push that in. Oh my gosh.
Charging
I am
battery.
getting it on my thumb. Beautiful. That's optional. That's not a 4th ingredient.
Charge complete.
Right? Beautiful. So it's not that high. It's actually very low. It's more like bark, isn't it? But it still counts as... let's put it in a smaller dish. Actually, we're going to get the silicone box out. There we go. I think we put it in little silicone molds. We can make little shaped ones. Where am I going? I quite like the look of that, doing it like a Rolo themed one. You might better hear the microwave in the background. I'm just melting up some milk chocolate. But what this is going to do, it's going to accelerate the setting time because it will need a good 2 to 3 hours in the fridge when it's in a dish like this. When it's small, oops, when it's smaller like this, it should take, I don't know. I actually don't know. There we go. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's looking so good. I was gonna drizzle some in on the top once it's set like this, and then like make loads of cool swirls like this, like marble it. That looks good, doesn't it? But I've already done most of them, so these next ones, I'll marble it a bit, like a splodge in each one already. Just get a bamboo skewer and mix them around. A little mix like that. Okay. Oh, so I'm actually going to cheat. I'm going to put these in the freezer to accelerate it. If you do that and you forget about them, just put them in the fridge to bring them up to room temperature-ish. So whilst that is setting, we can go back to the beef Wellington. So we've got the oven preheating, but we're actually going to cook the bottom of it as well by warming up our hob. Also, Boston has got a nice stool for himself. Hello. Again, like the roast dinner playlist, you can put bacon trays on top of a hob. So we're just going to get an even flame on those two like that and slide it on. Woo! So what that is going to do is actually cook the underside slightly of our beef Wellington. I've got a parcel, hang on. Sorry about that. Actually, I might just give you this clip. This clip will probably be in both this video and the video that this is for. I believe this is my sombrero. I should really be looking at my beef Wellington right now. Yes, there it is. Actually, I can check if this fits in my oven. Olé! Alright, that oven is actually nearly preheated to like 190C fan. Oh my gosh, I nearly... this is for the other video. We'll make it fit. We'll make it fit. Our beef Wellington would have accelerated the bottom cooking process by just having that little bit of a session on its bottom. That sounds wrong, but that is going in. Boston, this next step is as easy as 1, 2, 3. For our starter, we're going to do a mac and cheese. But is it the Mac? Is it the Mac Daddy, the return of the Mac? No, I'm not actually using Mac. This is fusilli. It's a bit fussy. Green pasta. It's made from pea flour, right? It's flour made from peas, and it's extremely healthy. And I just felt, hey,
charging battery.
Boring like macaroni stuff, which now doesn't make it Mac. Let's use this. I've never done it before.
Charge complete.
So we're using this milk to drive that flavour in there for the third ingredient. This is some Applewood smoked cheese, which I genuinely, once it's melted, I love. So we're going to do like a smoky green mac and cheese, pasta and cheese. It's going to be easy peasy. Look, it really is green pasta. And I know what you're thinking, Boston. Why did I do that? For silly reasons. A saucepan. Remember, all the ingredients and quantities are on my website, which is in the description. Right, so as soon as that milk comes to a boil, we're going to cook our pasta to package instructions, which is about 10 minutes. So generally, as you know, when you cook pasta, you normally use water, but as we're using milk, just to show you, I'm not sure if you can see at the bottom there, it's really important to keep the pan moving while stirring the milk regularly, both during heating and whilst we cook the pasta. So it is a little bit of a hands-on job. It's not easy peasy. In goes the pasta. Way. And that'll take about 10 minutes to cook. All right. Wow. I tried ripping up my cheese, but I just feel so, I hate cheese like that. But it's for the good of this recipe, so it's going to melt through. It will break down, but if you can be bothered, do slice it up. So after a couple more minutes of stirring, melting that cheese through, look how gooey and cheesy our non-mac and peasy. I feel like a wrapper is. Look. Oh, I'm just going to keep that warm. Oh no, look, I'm a beef Wellington. I've got about still 20 minutes to go, but it's starting to pull away on the top. I have some more pastry, so we'll do it again. I don't want it to break open like that. See that chair? I was literally sat watching it like a hawk. Yeah, I mean, it looks good actually, but it's just split open. So I'm going to do it again, and normally I'd do it sealed down. I don't know why I didn't do it that way, but alright, let's do another one quickly, and we'll jump to it. And that means the beef, Mrs. Barry will be happy, it will be nice and cooked through now. She likes it well done. We'll lift it up the other way. There we go. Oh, alright. Oh, the fudge. Oh, they feel solid as a rock. Hopefully, they'll just pop out. Oh, yes. All right, I think the silicone works really well for this. There we go then. So you got that marble in. I think that looks amazing. I'm going to keep these cool in the fridge until the end, but that's it. It works really well. All right, for our drink, we're going to go for a mocktail. It's going to have some orange, it's going to have some lemon, lime, and a bit of fizz. We'll start with some orange juice. We're going to go into this glass about halfway up. Oh, jeez. This is a drink called 8 Up. It's lemon and lime flavoured fizzy drink. It's 8 Up, okay? Because they're not paying me to say that. Last but not least, this is grenadine that you find in the alcohol aisle in a supermarket, but it's not alcohol, it's kind of like a fruity syrup. So hopefully, if I trickle a little bit in, it will sort of, because it's slightly heavy, it should go to the bottom. Oh, you see that? Huh? That is cool. That's it. It's going to taste amazing. I'm going to keep it chilled. Anyhow, I'm going to go back to my chair. Look at that. Absolute beast. There's juices coming out. And I just hope that all the pate hasn't disintegrated. I've just warmed up that mac and cheese. And I nearly dropped it on my fudge thing. Brilliant. What a shift that was, eh, mate? Yes. So there we go. Cheesy mac and peas. We've got the fudge. We've got the drink. And that Wellington. Awesome. Right down the middle. Oh my gosh.
Charging battery.
I will take that. The most important thing is the base isn't too
Charge
wet either,
complete.
because that's a nightmare with beef Wellingtons. Well, I'm happy with that. The pate is still kind of there. All right, let's eat. It's still hot. Ow, ow, I'm burning myself. This is the mac and peas. Ow, cheese thing. Oh, it's so warm and gooey. Oh my gosh, the smokiness of that cheese. It tastes, and it's the texture of pasta, of course, but it does feel like there's peas in there as well. So we've kind of rammed a fourth ingredient in there as an excuse. That is delicious and warming and comfort food. Wow. Just getting a little bit of this beef Wellington. I've got the beef, I've got the patty on there, and the pastry. Oh, that meat is so good. The pastry is crisp and golden. The pate just works. It is ramming in that flavour. The mushroom and the bacon, I can taste that in there. You can definitely put your own spin on this, tweak it to your liking. I've done a more advanced beef Wellington before, and they are so good. Let's wash it down with our drink. And last but not least, a peanut butter truffle. Wow, that's like velvet. That is phenomenal. And you know what? I actually think that putting the crunchy peanut butter in there adds to it. You've got a little bit of texture in there. It's not just completely smooth. You get these little lumps. You're like, what is that? And then it's that peanut kick. There we go then. So I wasn't really planning on doing any more of these after the first 4, 3, 2, 1 video. So if you've missed those first 2, do check them out. And if you do want to see more, do let me know and I'll carry on doing a couple more, I think. Don't forget to have a marathon. Check out the other 1,500 videos here on the channel. Subscribe for regular videos, and if you try any recipes, ooh, where you going? Don't forget to send me a picture on social media. I love seeing them and I retweet them and all that other stuff. It's really cool. So cheers guys. I think I've got some food to eat. Bye.
Check your level, player. No matter what your style, the kitchen's for me. Sideburns, moustache, goatee, maybe all 3.
Oh, just to show you, this is the stuff that I just had spare that I was going to do originally in, but you know, it sort of snaps off like this. But it's thin. It's like bark, like fudge bark, but it works. Hello, I think you're probably having a better start to the day than I am. Last week I did a giant cinnamon bun. I can't really reference it because I've just deleted the footage. I basically
Charging
turned on the
battery.
camera a moment ago and I was like, oh wow, there's loads of footage still in the camera. What am I doing here? I just got to delete it. And
Charge
format it.
complete.
And I think I've wiped all of the footage. Trying to recover the files. They're there, but they're just black screens and white noise. If it happens, it happens. If not, I'll have to make it again. But anyhow, 4, 3, 2, 1, part 4 today. I'm very, very excited. Almost as excited as I was when I had a moment in the supermarket earlier when I came out with one final one. I think we're going to do 5 of these, maybe more. You guys are loving it so much, like, please don't stop, please. So, let me show you the 4 3-ingredient recipes we are trying today. And one of them might have melted whilst I've been recovering my files. We have got some vanilla cake mix, some frosting, and some 8-Up fizzy drink, lemon and lime. This is the low-calorie one because I was at a charity function the other night and my mother-in-law, she's always telling me about recipes to do. In fact, this one, she gave me a slip of paper at this charity event, shoved it in my shirt pocket, bunged the shirt in the wash, and it just turned into like papyrus around the washing machine. But it's all good. We're going lemon and lime with a basic mix. We're going to do a non-alcoholic mocktail pina colada with coconut milk, pineapple chunks and ice cubes, which Phoebe helped me make earlier. Or when I say earlier, that was yesterday. She's at school now. Salsa, these Mexican style cheddar cheese you can get. It seems to be everywhere at the moment. And some chicken, so a Mexican chicken. And then chorizo sausages, eggs and breadcrumbs should hopefully create chorizo Scotch eggs. Oh, I'm very excited. In fact, it's them that we need to start with first of all. We need to get our eggs boiling. I'm wearing the wrong t-shirt. Need to boil your eggs? Well, actually, there's gadgets for that. This Elvis egg timer, who can we forget that one? It sings as you get your eggs soft, medium or hard boiled. And this is actually a really good generic one. It's like a red blob. As it warms up, it suddenly goes yellower and yellower. There's like soft, medium and hard. So you want it completely yellow for hard boiled eggs. Let's boil our eggs and not worry about those video files. And then we grab the egg timers, we'll sit them in there, and we're just gonna boil these up nice and hard. The chorizo Scotch eggs are actually gonna drive the timings for the rest of this entire video because they are best served cold. In the words of Alan Partridge, they can make your breath smell of gas, but they should be good. And I'm expecting them actually to part fail because it's such an oily meat, the chorizo, very naughty, but it could actually explode out of the Scotch egg, but I think it'll be great. All right, so I'm not that bothered about the video file I was thinking about because I've messaged some very intelligent people, some of which you actually know, to see what they would do. And if it's failed, that's like 1 in nearly 1,600 videos, you know? So I don't know how this cake thing's gonna work. All I know is that I need to line 2 cake tins. I can do that. I'm smart enough for that. 1, 2. Frosting I don't need for the moment, but I'm actually going to flavour with some more of the 8-Up drink, so we'll do that in a little bit later. Mixing bowl. Oh. Grab our big cakey, floury, powdery, boxy stuff straight in there. Oh. Now, this is where you normally add oil, water and eggs, but no, we're just going to add in the low-calorie 8-Up. Preheat oven to 160°C. Right, so here we go, cake mix, and this is 600 mils. Ooh. I'm gonna go for about half of it, like 300, good maths. Look at it, I think the carbonation actually is what's gonna help it, but it's wet. Is it gonna make it lighter? Is it even gonna work? So I've got a frothy beer head on it. There you go, see? All of a sudden, it looks like cake batter again, and not some magical potion thing. Maybe just a teeny bit more. Oh, look at that. I don't care. I don't care about anything now. Video files, if this cake fails, this is just a fun thing to do. This is so weird. Spready, spread, spread all around. Right, let's bake them. Just to show you whilst we've been doing that, hopefully, yes, you can see Elvis is bobbing away there. And the egg that was fully red, the edges are starting to go white. So if I get right in there, you can see the hard, medium and soft. In you go. Right, see you in a bit. There are some days when I say to myself, Barry, you shouldn't film today, do it tomorrow. And I just had this moment. That oven isn't actually preheated. It's the beeping of Elvis that's completely thrown me. And you've not even started singing yet, have you? But it's nearly there. It's nearly there. It's a standard like gas Mark IV kind of low heat. We'll just see what happens. Oh, wow, that is actually really carbonated. So I'm hoping, that's my oven preheating. I'm hoping it's actually gonna like really help with the rise, the aeration, the something, you know? Because you know when you kind of get some air into things, there's air in this. Is that how carbonation works? I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is, according to Creti Bocca, 22 to 27 minutes is the optimal time for baking one of these cakes until a toothpick comes out clean when you insert it in there. So I'm going to keep my eye on it, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. Here's a little bit of drama for you folks. The egg timer has gone past the soft point, and Elvis has not started singing. It's been 3 minutes. I can see a sort of... Huh? Elvis! You're late, mate. But I can see a cloud-like texture on the surface. I feel like this is going to do something. And I know by saying do something, I am kind of covering my bases. Come on, Elvis. Give me a song. The eggs are pretty much incinerated now. You need to sing. Yes. Forget the song. Alright, Elvis, shut up now. I just thought I'd put the camera close because you know how things look huge underwater. Let's see if it works. Yes! Look at you, Elvis. You've had one too many peanut butter jelly sandwiches. Stop singing. The egg timer. Oh my gosh. Alright, lower the eggs in gently. You don't want to crack them, even though we do want to crack them, but we don't want to break them. No, wow, look at them. It's like Jurassic Park eggs. We're cooling the eggs right down so that we can then peel off the shell. I shall find that step appealing. Alright, I've got myself a bamboo skewer. They've had nearly half an hour in the oven now, so hopefully it'll come out clean and that'll be cake. Whoops! Oh. Forget the skewer, I just got steam. The steam from the oven just hit my face, just like simmer off. And that is clean. Ooh, like this one. Yes, I love how I'm not actually plunging into it that far because it's just such a shallow cake. Shallow. But when we stack it, it will do it. And I wonder if the taste is in there. That's the most important thing. All right, so we can get onto our eggs now. Let's feel. Oh yes, very nice. Little tap on the side of the bowl. And I can start to pick the shell off and deshell Michelle. It's quite weird that peeling eggs, for me, is actually quite therapeutic. I enjoy it. Peeling it underwater as well does help too. When I say underwater, I don't mean going to like your local swimming pool with a load of eggs. They might look at you a bit weird, or going to the sea. Just a little bit like this, it just catches the egg, like that. It's all sat in there. Elvis can play with the shell, and we've got our egg. I'm trying to remember, wasn't there that hack when you make 2 holes? Yeah, yes, there you go. It does actually work. You make a bigger hole one end and the smaller end, boom. Oh, you stink. So the cool thing about our 3 ingredients being egg, chorizo sausages and breadcrumbs, this will act as a glue for our breadcrumbs. Amazing. Scotch eggs are usually used with sausage meat, so you could do this with any type of sausage you like or make your own from scratch. My mum and I actually did a homemade sausage video here on the channel a while ago. It was innuendo filled. It feels really weird. Oh, look at this. Ugh. Nice. I should be able to just push the meat out. Awkward. If it doesn't want to come out, take a snip. Sorry, guys. And then just extract. So I'm going to grab that chorizo meat and kind of bond it together so you're no longer a sausage meat. You're kind of like a chorizo burger. I've just made a burger. But I don't want it to be too fat. I want it to be thin because it's still going to cook. These take about half an hour in the oven normally, so that's what we're going to use as our baking time. That does look about a nice sort of rug / carpet of Scotch egg goodness. I'm going to take my egg. I'm going to sit it in the middle. And then I'm going to wrap it up, kind of trying to form like a chorizo shield. Yes, that's a film, chorizo shield. Around the egg. And if you see any get any creases like this, try and pinch it together as best as you can. Oh, there you go. That's big. It's like a baseball. I am expecting this though, as I say, it's so oily to sort of seep out a little bit when we bake it, but I'm just going to repeat that again. So let's jump. Bingo. There we go. And I could wrap these and put them in the fridge if I wanted to, but we're cracking on straight away with the egg and breadcrumb step. I really hope this works. All right, so try and use one hand for this. Grab one of your Scotch eggs, roll it around in the egg. Oh yes, that feels kind of weird, but kind of nice. I'm gonna sit it, just sit it in there, okay? I've got a clean hand, so I can get my tub of breadcrumbs and shimmy it on top. Then I get my dirty hand back in, and we're gonna do a double dunk, all right? Try not to get it too wet, so drip off any excess. Shaky, shaky, shake. Roll it in again, and then sprinkle. In fact, that's easier with a spoon. Boom, that's going in the oven. So about 25 minutes. Ugh. My gosh, they're huge. See you later, guys. All right, so we're going to start to slow it down just a teeny weeny bit now. So the Scotch eggs, as I say, they're best served cold, but I really want to see that ooze. Ooh, I want to see that ooze. The juices from the chorizo out there. Hopefully we'll get some sort of explosion. It might look like a pancake, but I'm fingers crossed it will work. But speaking of things cooling down, hopefully our cakes are now. They're cool to the touch, and I obviously couldn't grease the sides, but we should be able to give it a little bit of a nudge. Oh, it is firm. I might have, it's like a biscuit. Let's find out if it's worked. Oh, yeah, it's coming away quite nicely, actually. So hopefully, oh, there we go. That's not too thin either, that'll do. That is pretty much cooled anyway. It's nice and firm and rigid, but I'll leave it on there. We'll do the other one. Yeah, this one's, you know, whenever you bake a cake, if you've got one that looks worse than the other, put that as your bottom layer. My top tip. All right, so what we'll do is get some of this ready-made frosting. In fact, this one is cream cheese frosting, a little bit like I made in the giant cinnamon bun. Giant cinnamon bun. Anyway, let's say this cream cheese frosting, which was very similar to what I made from scratch in the giant cinnamon bun video. So I'm just adding in about a tablespoon. Look at the foam. Look at the foamage on there, Boston. So I've put a little bit of lemon and lime flavour into my frosting. We'll let that settle a teeny bit, make sure the cakes are fully cooled, and then we'll frost like a snowman. Or just like the weather. That's what frost does, isn't it? Oh, that is an incredibly light sponge. Nice. Wah, 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 wah. Gonna dollop this on. Oh my gosh. Oh, see, it's got all those blemishes, a couple of little cracks in that sponge. I'm just filling them through. There we go. That's a pretty good looking cake as it is anyway. I've no idea what it tastes like though. In the words of Beyonce, let's put a roof on it. Oh, look at that. And what I would do to have a fourth ingredient of an actual lemon right now and grate a little bit of lemon zest on top. Well, I'm not going there, folks. I'm not. I quite like the simplicity of this one. I don't know, it's like a lemon and lime cake that might not even taste lemon and lime, but that's it. Chuffed. Breaking news, my day is getting better despite the video footage. Look, it's in there, but you can't see it too well, but there's oozing. We've got the chorizo juice oozing. So we're gonna crack on by making the Mexican chicken. Get yourself a baking dish. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Oh. Doritos. Don't worry about me. I did just get the other lid off. Running around trying to find the electric one. We've given it to a relative. So yes, it's off. Salsa. Salsa! Alright. So that was just some generic mild salsa. I've got 2 tubs. You can get the insanely hot one as well if you fancy that. But this is for my kids, Mrs. B, so they like it mild. Meanwhile, the oven did go off. The timer. Oh. Amongst the steam. Oh, yes. And we want them to be super cold. So I'm just going to leave that. Why does my pan always do that? It warps. Can you see that? It bends up to the left. In a minute, it will just pop. It always does. It just kind of shrinks when it cools down. Really, really weird. Anyhow, that's worked a charm. So we've got this cheddar, this Mexican one, which, yes, I will absolutely hate that with it being cold, but I'm manning up, all right? I'm going to grate off.
Charging battery.
Just by using like a peeler like that, you get these really nice
Charge complete.
Sort of thin strips of cheese to stuff in our chicken. That's our excuse here. We can just ram it full of flavour. In fact, if you wanted to, you could use Wensleydale or something like that. Any cheese you want, Parmesan, Grana Padano, amazing. So I've got my chicken here on the board with the same board as the cheese, but the cheese is going in the chicken, okay? It's going to be chickeny cheese, and that's a lot of words that begins with CH. So what we're going to do is get a knife, a sharp knife, and slice fairly deep into the chicken breast. So we're kind of making a kangaroo pouch, you see that? And we're going to take some of our cheese and just wrap it back in the kangaroo pouch. You see? Nice. We're going to grate some more of the cheese on there. Oh yes. And then we'll get some more salsa. Oh my gosh. Get that on top. Spread it all around it. And so the feeling grows. just completely bombarding it in the cheese and spreading it around like that. That is it. An easy dish that's gonna taste delish, possibly. In the oven it goes. It's gonna need a good half an hour though. All right, fourth recipe then to finish off. It's a drink just like before. And just as the song goes, if you like pina coladas and you're too young to drink alcohol or you don't choose to for your own personal reasons, this is a pina colada mocktail. We want pineapple, actually more the juice than the chunks, so I don't know why I didn't buy a carton of pineapple juice. But I just like pineapple, so I'll pack on that later. This is some coconut milk, but it's a reduced fat one. You can get the full fat one, but oh boy, it made that naughty. Deceptively naughty. And ice cubes is the last one, as I say, homemade, but it's still on the internet, to some people, it's an ingredient. So get this lid off then. A lot easier to get off than a salsa lid. So pineapple chunks in their juice. I need 300 ml, so this is 1 tin. We'll go to about there actually, that'll do. I am very close to this blade. But random fact for you, pineapple juice is one of my favourite juices in the whole wide world. Oh, look at that. Coconut milk going in, because obviously that's going to bring the fill level up. Bonk. Yes. Cool.
Charging battery.
Nice. Smooth as a baby's bum. There's no more ice in there. Actually, my mum told me to never do that because she had a friend. It was a hot summer's month. She got a can of drink, an ice cold one from the fridge, and went like that on her face, and actually pulled some of her skin off. Oh, that is nice. It tastes like a lemonade. You know what? One thing I could have done was put a bit more texture in it by putting a few pineapple pieces. Oh, it's got just a little bits of pineapple. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that a lot. You naughty thing. Cheers. Oh, mocktail me up. Boom. Looks like a glass of milk, but trust me, it's good. Oh, I'm out of focus. Look at that. Oh, it's focus. Lush. All right, whilst we've got this lens on, let's slice the Scotch egg in half. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, yes! Oh, boom! Oh, is it bubbling? Can you see it? I'm just gonna grate even more on just while it's warm. Oh my gosh. So here we go. We've done 4 recipes. It took 2 hours in total, and we've absolutely smashed this out of the park. Super happy, especially after my interesting start to the day. Let's see what it tastes like. Oh, look at that thing. Bit of rice with that, some vegetables. Oh, and you've got that little pocket or pouch of cheese right in the middle there as well. Brilliant. Oh, look, it looks all fluffy. Like a little lamb. Oh, that is tropical. I'm lying in a hammock between trees. Ah, there we go. Oh, they're cold now. Oh. Some of the paprika oil has soaked into the breadcrumbs. You've got that crunch, then you've got that sort of spicy kick as well. The chorizo meat, naughty, but good, meaty. And of course the egg is excellent. Oh, I've tried to get a bit of chicken with the pouch as well, and the cheese baked on top and the salsa surrounding it. Oh my gosh. Oh, soft. Still warm and tender, juicy. There's salsa spices just doing their thing in there. The cheese is alright. That is disgustingly good. You must try that. Put your own spin on that. Easy. I'm gonna have some more, sorry. Oh. And last but not least, this cake. It looks so fluffy. I'm just gonna try some of the sponge actually. Oh my gosh. That tastes delicious. It's a lower fat, remember, because we're using the like reduced calorie fizzy drink stuff. And it's sort of like airy and bubbly, and it's got a tang of fizz. It's like a lemon and limeade cake with the frosting. Oh. It's like eating a cushion. It's got, it's really, well, the texture of a cushion, the sweetness, it's just, oh, it's great. So there we go, I've said it a few times now. I wasn't planning on making this into a playlist, but I have now put this as a mini playlist because there's 4 videos, so grab some inspiration. 48 ingredients will give you, hang on a sec. So it's 3 ingredients a meal, 12. 48 ingredients Yeah, 4, 12. Yeah, 48 ingredients will give you 16 recipes. That doesn't sound very good now when you put it like that, but honestly, look at them individually. Boom.
Check your level, player. No matter what your style, the kitchen's for me, sideburns, moustache, goatee, maybe all three.
Always make another one. That is absolutely stonkingly gorgeous. Hello everybody, a little bit of a quiet start to today's video. It's early in the morning. Mrs. Barry and Phoebe have gone to school very early. Chloe is ill. I've done my run this morning. I've walked the dogs. In fact, that is why I'm still wearing my dog walking trousers and my slacks. Alright, I haven't even got my cardboard cutouts. But we need to do something early to make this work today. Because today we are attempting a huge cinnamon roll. Do you know what? I was talking to Mrs. Barry about this last night. I have not actually made normal sized cinnamon rolls before, so this is, I'm making big one. We need a big tin.
Hello everyone, my name is...
Big tin, got it. This is hopefully how big by the end our cinnamon roll will be. Let's do it. Oh, 37 centimeters or 14.5 inches of potential cinnamon roll goodness. Now, of course, to do this, we're gonna need to make a dough, and baking is a science. So I'm gonna make 3 same size portions of the dough, rather one massive one with loads of yeast that could turn into some crazy monster that takes over the house. To start the dough making process, we need a vessel known as a bowl. Also, it doubles up as an astronaut mask if you're really on a tight budget. All right, first things first, we have got some butter that I've just melted in the microwave. I did that in about 15-second blast. If you do it for too long, you will get a butter explosion in your microwave. There's no better way to start your day. But it's not just that going in there. We've got some milk here. Oh, crikey. And I'm gonna warm that on 30-second blast, and we want that lukewarm. And on that note, if your name is lukewarm, I want passport evidence sent to me, and I will send you a kitchen gadget. How's about that? The lens is a little bit flowery today. I just got this idea of someone being called like lukewarm and go, hello, nice to meet you. Hi, I'm lukewarm. Oh, actually, no, it's a little bit cold today. No, I am lukewarm. You can tell us early because the dogs aren't hanging around yet because they get pretty tired after a walk. All right, so into a bowl goes some melted butter. Wow, that looks almost neon. It is butter, I promise. And our lukewarm, oh, it's gonna look good. Look at that. Wow, milk. Just basically making a sweet dough. Oh, does that sound like from Napoleon Dynamite? Sugar goes in. I've made this, I can't remember what recipe it was. I've made basically this dough before. Just dissolve the sugar through. All right, and that is still lukewarm. Hello. So we're gonna get some yeast now. This is fast action yeast because it accelerates the yeasty process of making dough. It's good. It's good for bread and stuff. But we're gonna sprinkle it on. Oh. I know this sounds really obvious, but it's really yeasty. That's basically like smelling a banana and saying, it smells like a banana. Hopefully you can see it. There's a couple of bubbles there just coming to the surface. It's starting to activate. So this has been about a minute. And what we're gonna do, not even gonna sieve it because we get to knead it later. This is plain flour, 550 grams of that. And I'm just gonna lift that mixture in. You know, one way that I was mulling over doing this, I've seen cinnamon rolls done before using puff pastry instead. Like, and you can just go buy some ready-made puff pastry from the store and completely skip this step. But I just like the idea of doing it like, you know, proper fresh and yeasty. So, nothing too crazy. I'm just going to give it like a 10-second mash around like that. Just making sure all the flour's off the sides. Look how lumpy and porridge-like it looks. Don't worry. Rapmaster 3000. The dough now has to prove itself. The yeast is going to work. Leave it sealed like that in a cool, dry place. If you haven't got a cool, dry place, go to your friend's house and turn up with a bowl like this. Now, luckily, I needed 2 others, and I've already done that. So, this is a little bit of an exclusive. Chloe is off school.
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing?
Good.
You feeling a bit okay?
Yeah.
Now, you were sick, so you have to have 2 days off legally, don't you? Yeah. So you're going to stay here and look after these doughs. So, in the cool, dry room where Chloe is going to oversee the dough, yeah?
Yeah.
Thanks, mate. We have got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? So Daddy's going to go get ready now.
You used 1, 2, 3 in the Mexican hat video.
Did I? I'm running out of pans.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, give me some skin. Fist bump. Daddy daycare. Yeah, if you're wondering, when you are sick as a kid at school here in the UK, what a lovely topic to talk about during the cooking video. You legally have to have 2 days off school. So Chloe could probably go back today, but just to be sure, she's taking it easy. She's having a day off, probably watching a lot of films and doing some drawing, and I'll probably play Snakes and Ladders in between filming this video. All right, we are back. Chloe is asleep. She's gone up to her room, so we'll probably not see her for the rest of the video. It's okay. She helped prove the dough. It's there. It's looking good. I forgot to say, this video was actually requested yesterday by Silky Southern. The tweet's on the screen right now. Have you made a giant cinnamon roll? My hubby wants to see you make one. I looked on YouTube. I think we all watched your vids and haven't seen it. And I literally replied, may do that tomorrow, which is today. Thank you, Silky Southern, for basically instructing my life. And another awesome tweet that came through. I'm going to come up really close on this one. You see that? That is a tweet that I've just had back from Mel, your travel handbook, basically having Homer Simpson winding a giant cinnamon roll into his mouth. It's kind of like this is meant to be. I've got Homer out. We're ready to do this. Yes, I've brought all of my doughs inside. In fact, this one is trying to escape from the bowl. Amazing. But look, if I get him really close, can you see how holy it is? Not in a religious way, but just in a sort of yeast rising way. It's escaping. I've got lots of dough, but it's not quite there yet. So what's going to happen is we've got the 2 bowls there that had a little less time proving, but the first one I've done, what the heck is that? Kids theme park pass. I don't know how it got stuck to the bottom of a bowl there, but this is the big one. This is the one that's spilling out, so we're going to work on this first of all. But also in these mugs, in fact the pink one's empty, I just wanted to show you. These are my Barry Lewis mugs. Look, they've got the logo on it and it says Barry Lewis on the back. So yeah, if you fancy getting one, it's all good. But I've been very organised. In each of these mugs is some more flour to add in because it will be really wet at first. And I think we'll need even more flour than that. Before it gets messy and work on the dough, let's just do 2 other things. We'll get our massive pan. Oh, and we'll get some butter and we'll just gently lubricate it. Like so. Brilliant. All right, so now it is time for the gorgeous cinnamon butter filling. And for that, I'm just gonna wing it. If you don't know what that phrase means, not only is it an excuse for me to do that, it just basically means I'm gonna bodge it, but I know it needs 3 ingredients. Butter, some brown sugar, and cinnamon. Let's do it. Yep, that'll do. It's going in the microwave for about a minute just to soften it up and to make it more stirrable. I'm just gonna check. Splodge. Look at that. That's room temperature. That will do nicely. So now comes the part when we wing it, because basically I'm just going to go add it in by sneezing. It does help. And we'll wing it with the cinnamon as well. A whole tub of cinnamon. And then we just mix. We want to get it eventually like a spreadable consistency. And the cinnamon is just being, well, alright, I'm cinnamon. What am I doing in here? It's going to be the cinnamon roll, baby. You've got a big role to play. Pun intended. See that? It's like a soft, spreadable consistency so we can spread it on our dough in a moment. I hope it's going to be enough. Okay, so I've got a bowl of watery flour here that I'll just have from time to time. Basically, the only role of that is when I get really messy, I can turn my camera off. I've also got my tin, and that is 3 inches deep. So that's how wide I'm going to try and make my strips. We've got this to knock back, we've got our flour and even more flour in the background to help roll it, and it's going to be wet, we might need more. So let's dough it. So yeah, let's, oh my gosh. This is such a wet dough. Let's get that flour in there. So this should hopefully start to dry out a little bit. So I'm going to sprinkle a load of flour down. I'm going to just pour the dough out onto it. Oh my gosh. Oh. And I'm just going to keep kneading it and adding flour as I go. This might take a while. Alright, so it's getting a little bit more rigid now. Just like the song by Leanne Rimes, I've got to do this 2 times more. Right, I'm really happy with this, but I'm going to dust it heavily in flour because as you roll it out, you kind of expose the dough even more to the real wettiness inside still. And it will basically be like, yes, it looks amazing, and then it sticks to the worktop. And if I can get 2 strips out of this, that'll be good. Right, here we go. Oh, wow. Oh, that's amazing. That's really, really addictive. Oh my gosh. Ah, come on. All right, so I'm gonna just take a little bit off the edges. We will have some leftover stuff, so it could actually afford me by the end another whole strip with the 3 portions of dough. So now I'll get my tape measure. 3. It doesn't matter too much if we're not that even, because we can all shape it. I completely missed those cut lines I made. Oh, look at these. It's like carpet. So let's just, now we've got this, let's just, oh, just snorted flour. Ooh. What the heck? Mate, how'd you get flour on you? Anyhow, cinnamon. Oh. And I'm just gonna, oh, wow, spread it on. Yes. All right, that does look a little bit wrong, doesn't it? So I'm gonna get some water and dab the top end, and then I'm gonna roll it up to you. And then I'm gonna dab this bit so that I can join it with that bit. But look at that, that's amazing. My fear is, as I leave it to rest and I work on the rest of my dough, it's gonna prove again, so it could turn into this huge thing that takes over the house. I'm not going too thick with this. Oh my gosh, it's working way better than I thought it would. And then another wet dab down there for my next strips. Oh, you beautiful thing. I want you to look at that at the moment, okay? Look how thin and compact that is together. By the time I work on my next set of dough strips, the next 2, this will probably have got bigger. That's a good thing because we need to fill this whole pan, and I don't know if we will. Well, you know the drill. I've got a floury pug and I'm just taking this off, shoving my mug in, nearly missed the bowl, and then just kneading it through again. So I'll see ya when I got 2 strips. All right. It has got bigger. Wow. Check this out. Look how wide it's getting. I reckon by the time I'm done, that'll be like huge. I wasn't sure if I should ravel it again or just sort of wrap around it as it gets bigger. My gosh. Oh, looks like a little hat. I've done a lot of hat-based videos recently, haven't I? Patting it down. We go again. Oh, look at this. I was just about to film rolling up these strips. Look at this. Wow. That has expanded massively. I'm going to press it down a teeny bit, actually. And when you're getting too high. So the good news is it's getting massive. The bad news is I don't feel comfortable enough. My Alexa just went off. And so did yours. Go on, you big thing. Yes. Now that was a lot harder to do. Oh, I'm gonna lift it in. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, there we go. So I've pressed that in there, and then I'll wrap it around. Ah, yeah, and tuck it in at the edges. See, what I'm thinking is now, this would be fine. It'll prove out and it'll probably go as wide as this whole pan. But we have some dough left over. We've actually got enough there to maybe make 2 strips. Because it's all in little bits, I'm putting some water on so it bonds together. Then we flour it. Yeah, there ain't no way that I'm going to lift these up. Look how big it's getting. I have no doubt in my mind with these 2 on there, it will fill it up. Oh, my last strip. I feel like some sort of snake handler. Yes. Look. If I tap that down a bit, and this is before it's proving, because I keep altering it, I think we've done it. I've got no more dough left. I've got no more dough to give. I've done it. Look, it's huge. This thing's a beast. I'm cling filming it like 4 times. Press it down. I'm gonna let this rest while I clean this place up. This is an actual dog attachment with a brush for a dog. Whilst I've been doing that, it has rested, it's expanded again. I've pressed it down a little bit. I'm going for a low temperature oven. I'm going to go sort of slow and low with it, you know. And that, if it does rise up as well, hopefully I can get in there and press it down. It could just completely explode in one direction like some sort of crazy caterpillar thing, I don't know. So let's just get it in there. Yeah, you see, look, it's kind of like done a like weird dome shape sort of thing like that. It's rising up, so I'm going to just try and press it down a little bit like this. All right, yes. Do you mind me doing that to you? I don't think you do. All right, cool. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, this is heavy. In it goes. Ah, just about fits. Boom. Right, I'm going to put it on for like an hour. It's only been like 10 minutes and there's a little bit of rising going on. Yeah, I've not left it too late. I can start to press it down a little bit to stop it rising. And I can feel it starting to get a bit more rigid actually, so I need to be doing this now. Well, it seems to be holding its shape now. Fingers crossed I haven't got to touch it down again. Another half an hour to go. And just for another reference, this is the first time I've ever washed up a tape measure before. All right, that has been an hour and 20 minutes. Whoa, I'm feeling confident. Oh my gosh, look at the size of that. It's nice and hard on top. I'm guessing, because it was all the same sort of thickness, that it should be cooked through. I just didn't want to burn it. An hour and 20, come on. On top of your cinnamon bun, or cinnamon scroll, I think some people call it, or cinnamon roll, whatever you want to call it, cream cheese icing. Now, I would love to do it now, put it on there now as it's cooling down, but I've still got to get the thing out of the pan, which I haven't quite thought about yet. So I think we'll make the icing now, which will give it time to cool, and then we'll dress it if we get it out. Cream cheese icing. I absolutely love this. Really nice with a bit of lemon in it as well. So this is some cream cheese. Gone for a lighter one because obviously, you know, when you're making a massive bun like that, you want to think of the calorie concerns. All about portion control. 190 grams of icing sugar. And it goes everywhere. But we'll lubricate it in just a mo. It's just trying to get that initial contact to stop it going everywhere. All right, look at that. And the spatula is really good as well because you can just scrape the side of the bowl like that, get every little bit off like that. Okay, some vanilla extract, some melted butter, and some milk. And that is a very, very naughty frosting once it all bonds there. Cool, so we'll just leave that to stand. A bit like this beast. Oh my gosh, this is so heavy. Oh my gosh. Oh, jeez. Alright, go like this. Oh yes! Look at that! Alright, now, get it off it. My hand's stuck under it. Yes. Oh, what a beauty. We've done it. We've done it. Oh, it's still warm. I love it. But I'm going to pour some of the cream cheese icing on now. Look at that. Oh, yes. I don't mind if it drips off the sides a little bit. I think that's pretty cool. Oh, wow. So, I mean, it's made a little bit of a mess on my counter, but I think that looks awesome. I'm going to let that cool down fully so the icing sets as well. And then we'll take a big old wedge out of it. All right, it's been like an hour and a half to cool down. In fact, I made some little mini ones with leftover dough in that time. I've got a board here because I just need to get a photo with this, like holding up a fish in a fisherman's magazine, just for the thumbnail. And then we'll take a slice out of it. The icing might still be a teeny bit maneuverable, but I can't wait. I just want to eat it. All right, I've managed to get up on the wire rack. That's the best I'm going to do. I thought I nearly destroyed it then. Hello. I think this plate will be big enough.
We are Sorted, a group of mates from London exploring the newest and best in the world of food whilst trying to have a few laughs along the way. We've got chefs, we've got normals, and a whole world of stuff for you to explore, but everything we do starts with you.
Hi there, we are Sorted, this is Bridge Cam, here's a key change. Hello, everybody, this is Jamie, this is Jamie, this is Jamie, this is Charlie, one here.
Charging battery.
Two chef friends, James and Emma, James and Emma, James and Emma, James and Emma.
Charge complete.
Sometimes he gets them to review cookbooks like Smokebox and 50 Shades of Chicken, and today he's at it again with Harry Potter, Harry Potter. I'm just joking, it's Game of Thrones. Ha ha ha.
Happy birthday, James. You're going to enjoy this one.
Can't be as bad as Snoop Dogg's or as risque as 50 Shades.
Snoop Dogg's was bad now because you held back in that video.
Bad as in what I had to don.
Bad as in good.
Yeah, bad as in sick.
Sick.
None the wiser.
Game of Thrones.
Ah.
Boys, you have a feast of ice and fire. This is the Game of Thrones cookbook with foreword by actual author George R.R. Martin, and it was recommended by pretty much everyone in the comments section of the last video.
James, you don't look as happy as I thought you would. You love Game of Thrones.
You know, full respect to George R.R. Martin. Literally no shame, like all about the money right now, isn't it?
It's coming up
Charging
to the final
battery.
season of the TV show. This is his last opportunity to make money from it.
And
he's
it was
still going to write the last
Charge
two
complete.
books.
Write them!
You take your time, it's fine.
Knowing nothing about the series or the books, it's split down into region. The Wall, the North, the Vale, the Riverlands, including King's Landing and across the Narrow Sea. And each time there is a very, very traditional recipe which appears to have a date of when it was originally published, and then kind of a modern take on the same thing. Interesting.
So we've picked a few recipes from that book for you to cook today, and, well, you know the drill. There's going to be costumes.
So I think I'm supposed to be the mother of dragons. The problem is with this outfit, I'm very close to unleashing the dragon, so I'm going to have to hold it like this. What have you come as?
The end.
James, Ben, happy with your costumes?
Sorry, I just realised they look like the new British Bake Off series presenters.
Sandy and Noel.
Chefs, we would like you to make quail drowned in Elizabethan butter, Ayers snitched tarts, and lemon sweet.
This recipe is a bit labour intensive, but the result is worth it. The apple slices sweeten the quail from the inside out, and the sauce is lovely and complex. Core and quarter an apple and stuff it inside the cavity of each quail.
Yeah!
I think I remember this scene from 50 Shades of Chicken.
Elizabethan butter sauce. A sauce from 1654. Mash an egg yolk with a teaspoon of white wine. Combine this with the remaining wine, butter and lemon juice in a small saucepan. Simmer, stirring constantly for around 20 minutes.
Have you ever made a butter sauce like that before?
No.
I mean, white wine and butter emulsion.
But what does hard boiling the egg yolk do?
Well, you'd normally put egg yolk into something like a mayonnaise or a hollandaise to emulsify, and it's the lecithin in it, which I get. I've never done it with cooked egg yolk. Transfer the quails to a baking dish, place them breast side up, rub the quails with butter, salt, pepper. Can I change my hair colour? Do I have to be blonde?
Yes.
It's much cooler without.
Otherwise you're just a coat and a crown.
Roast.
Next is Arya's snitched tarts.
She filched one away and ate it on her way out. It was stuffed with chopped nuts and fruit and cheese, the crust flaky and still warm from the oven. I don't know what that says. Okay, 1 bottle of, I quote, inexpensive sweet red wine such as Shiraz. I'm not saying Shiraz is inexpensive. 1.5 cups of honey. Bring it to a boil, reduce it, add the vinegar and the poudre fort.
What's a poudre fort?
Poudre fort, nice and easy. A teaspoon of multiple spices. Black pepper, cinnamon, mace, ginger, cloves, grains of paradise.
Medieval pastry dough.
Egg.
Had it covered, but thank you.
That could have had a dragon in it. Egg on Targaryen.
As our Shiraz continues to bubble down with the honey, we're going to add in red wine vinegar and our poudre fort, that spice blend which is seasonally delicious. Surprising amount of it, a tablespoon. Come closer. No, closer than that. I have a confession to make. An embarrassing confession, and I don't want anyone to hear. And I'll whisper the sad truth in your ear. I can't cook. Those are the words of George. My topping for your pastry needs to carry on reducing. I'm going to make some lemon sweet while you cut and fry your pastry. Lemon sweet is like an old-fashioned lemonade. Zest of an orange and lemon, and then juice of about 6 lemons and 2 oranges. Whisk it up with some powdered sugar, icing sugar, and some ice-cold water, sparkling or otherwise, your choice.
My pastries are looking quite good with your jam.
Quails are out, lemon sweet good to go. There you go, dig in. I've cut some chicken up. See what you think.
Nice.
Buttery.
Oh goodness, that's good.
I don't think I've ever had apple with chicken before.
And I don't know if I am getting the sweetness and flavour of apple or just the kind of white wine, rich butterness, but it's delicious.
That's really good.
Good recipe. Would you stick it in one of our books?
I think it's delicious as it is. I wouldn't necessarily say method. So yes, end result. I'm not sure whisking a hard-boiled egg yolk into a sauce is Elizabethan butter sauce style. I think there's other ways of achieving similar, but taste-wise, and a roast poussin, that buttery and golden with that flavour, absolutely.
Yeah, I'd take that as inspiration, like make a modern sauce, marinate it, then you roast it, reduce the sauce, and the sauce goes over the top.
Try the lemon sweet to clear your palate before a medieval...
Cheers. Cheers. Who's that one for?
That's one for Mike. Ice cold and tangy sweet.
Oh, I'm a fan of that. That's nice.
Aya's snitched tarts. I've filched one from your plate and I'm going for it. What? That is like figgy pudding, rich wine stickiness with crispy sweet pastry. It's not a texture pastry I'm a massive fan of.
I don't think this would go in our book, but the idea would, with a slightly updated pastry or something.
It's like a chewy biscuit rather than a chewy crispy biscuit rather than what I would define as a tart.
A cross between a pastry and a shortbread biscuit.
Lads, let's sum up. What did you make of the book? How did you think the recipes were? Was it easy to follow?
I'm not sure this book was aimed at me because I'm not a fan, so I didn't get many of the references. However, I like it as a slice of history.
What I wasn't a fan of is the fact that we had to go back and forth so much between recipes. But the recipes, decent.
You're now building a collection. That's the pride. So.
George likes it. He's given it his approval.
And he can't cook.
It's good enough for me.
If you're enjoying these guys review some, well, weird cookbooks, then please like this video and also comment below on some more book recommendations.
Yeah, and make sure you are subscribed and have your notifications clicked on so you can join us every Wednesday, every Sunday, 4 o'clock for more of this gold. Sundays, more fancy dress. I'm sorry about that.
Is there?
Yes, hashtag teaser.
Oh, no.
As we mentioned, we don't just make top quality YouTube videos. No. We've built the Sorted Club, where we use the best things we've learned to create stuff that's hopefully interesting and useful to other food lovers. Check it out if you're interested. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in a few days.
Okay.
We pop off the... That was dangerous. I don't know what to do.
Why do I smell burning?
Fudge! Hello everybody, it's Barry. Hope you're well. Welcome to another fun, thrilled, I hope, kitchen gadget video with a playlist. If you've not seen it already, have a marathon after this video. This is like number 40 something. Please remember before commenting down below that some of these gadgets can help people with disabilities, and also some are very novelty indeed, starting with one in a minute. But before that, a little bit of an update. 4321 video part 4 that I put up recently. I did the egg, didn't I? We need eggs today. So I've got Elvis, who you might hear singing in the background, helping me boil those eggs. We want them hard boiled for one of our first gadgets, which actually isn't this one. Nope, it's this one, which I've had in the gadget box for probably 18 months. One of my very first ones, and it just keeps going to the bottom. I'm like, no, it's your time. Magic Looks Tech. Elvis is singing. That might get annoying. Butter spreader knife with the latest heat cutting technology. So this is basically a butter spreader, and I just kept putting it to the background. I was like, I can't remember why I got this. I'm like, it's just a knife, but no, it's not. It's not just any heating knife. It's a... Right, Elvis, you gotta go. Just sitting there in my breakfast bowl. But look, it... so it comes with, check this out, a USB cable. This is just no ordinary knife. In fact, it's camouflaged. You can't even see it. And we need to charge it. So I'm going to do this, and then we just turn it on, and it should... Oh, does anyone remember that thing? A GIF, where it's got something that looks just like this, and it cuts the toast. I think some people call it a lightsaber or something. I wonder if it can do that as well, because this will get hot, but we'll save it to the end of the video because it needs a blooming good charge. Just to show you, my eggs are nice and boiled now, hence this timer, which doesn't make noises. We had to give Elvis a cold shower, but these are good. So I'm gonna let these cool down because we'll need them for this. Is the Nicer Dicer Quick. I think there's many different Nicer Dicer ones, a bit like the slap chop thing, and the other big smacky thing that I'm going to be doing on my own store as well. Many news on that coming soon. As seen on TV, extra sharp, super strong. So many of you have told me, Barry, please review this. So I am. It's like a handheld slicer thing. Just on that note, I'm getting so many tweets. Remember that gadget video where I was like, please leave any Amazon reviews of products I've done and put Barry says this is stonking? Loads of you are like sending me photos of it like this. And then like just getting 58 or 60 people. Wow, found that helpful. Okay, so here we've got various sizes. Like this is the one actually for the eggs that we've just boiled. So hopefully we'll get them nice and quartered. Ooh, very, very sharp. Can you see that? That's serrated. Oh, that's a lock. Oh, that's amazing. Look. I didn't look at the instructions. But look, I push that in, it won't pop up. Push this. Like a car boot. And then in here we've just got a blank one. Why would you want a blank one? I know, I'm going to slice nothing. I think I'm missing one, unless, does that... Oh my gosh. Look. That is ingenious. See the grooves? That goes in there like that, and then you create... I was like, oh, they ripped me off. I'm missing the crosshatch one. I've got two like that. You stick it in there. That's good. So along with the eggs, which we'll peel in a minute, I've got some mushrooms, I've got some courgettes, and I've got some peppers. They were not... Oh, I always do that. Mushrooms, courgettes, eggs, and peppers. Let's do it. So the slightly thinner one, which is this one, is perfect for mushrooms. So with them being tender, we'll start with those first. And I'm just gonna push it through like this. Oh, that felt good. It had a good spank on it when it closed. We pop off the... That was dangerous. Nice sliced mushroom.
Charging battery.
Right, so if we want something bigger, we go for the wider blade with courgettes. Now this is what I don't like about it. I can't just stick that in there and go,
complete.
"Ugh," it won't work. So what I have to do is get a rough feel for where that is, which to me kind of defeats the point of it because you've just got the knife out to cut it into more of a nicer chunk. Look, that's like a log. Oh, you feel that? I really want to eat you. That was a bad idea. Bang. That's cool. I like this. That was me throwing a grenade. Not a mushroom. No, pug! But again, this is what I don't like about it. I've got to, for the peppers, that crosshatch one, I've got to take a cheek off. We build our blade. So look, it won't do it if it's like that. It'll just bend it. I'm gonna have to cut this flush. There we go, a nice window of pepper. So you know, like my other one where I just smack it down, what I like about it is you don't need this. Sorry if that looked a bit barbaric. You've got to like prepare it and then have the satisfaction, the enjoyment of going, yes. I mean, that is really fun. That I love. I could do that as a sport. Boston, get off the pepper. Please, mate. You know, a mushroom, straight through like that. You've just diced and squared a mushroom, but it's the slicing. We have got one other blade to put in, and that is for our eggs. So let's deshell Michelle's. Oh, nice. It does clip in, but it never unclips out. This is our eggy one. And hopefully if I get it right in the middle... Oh, should we do it up here? Oh, look at that. Yeah, you've quartered your egg. It's bearable, isn't it? In case you didn't realise, we are on our way to building an omelette. Look! A pile of herbs has suddenly appeared out of nowhere. Thank goodness we've got by Kitchencraft the stainless steel rotary herb cutter. Alright, wow, this is it. Do you know what, it looks like metal, but it feels more like that very basic, cheap, nasty metal that like kids' toys are made out of. So it's really like, so this goes in. Look at that. Brushing your teeth with that. Oh, is this something? Oh, crikey. Oh, wow. This does not feel natural. Okay. Putting it in the wrong way. Right, that rests in there like that. And then you go... Ooh. Gosh. Oh, there we go. Look. So this is some parsley. I'm going to just shove it in there. And then I'm going to wind. Is it... Oh, it's doing it. It's a little bit. It's making it rain parsley. Which is kind of like a poor man's wrapper. That's what they would do. They don't make it rain with money. They make it rain with herbs. But that is not... Now it's stopped. Now it's stopped. Why have you stopped? Do I need to actually push you down? Oh, no, look at that. It's kind of like a handheld lawnmower. It's kind of... Oh, it's getting dangerous. Well, actually, why don't we do the opposite? Why don't we just completely load it up so like the weight pushes it down? Oh, the fields are alive with the sound of music and herb cutting. That smells amazing in here now. It's doing nothing. But if I push that right down, get in there. Oh, look at that. I am making it rain herbs. Can you see all of that now? I mean, that's all I need. Let's make an omelette. Oh, but what if you just put a spoon like that? That's what it needs. It needs a spoon attachment. Brilliant. But what could we make an omelette in? Here's an idea. You can actually make omelettes in a mug. So let's use this novelty retro arcade mug, which is heat thingy. You know, it's black, and then you put water in it, and then it's, ooh, retro. Oh. No, I want to take it back, Mum. The buttons don't work. It's proper ceramic. Look at a nipple. Look, does nothing. Ah. And it's not microwave safe. But let's just see if it works anyway. I was going to make my omelette in this. You can't make an omelette in it, but can you make it into an instant arcade? No? No, you can't. What's going on? Oh no, I nearly bored that. No, this is... Look at that. That's pretty cool. Yes, that is not microwave proof, but of course, don't forget the Barry Lewis mugs are available in many colours. Here's 3 others, for example, and just to let you know, on my website soon I'm going to have an option when you order merchandise or any of the gadgets that are coming, I will actually personally sign them and stuff, send you a little message, maybe for a birthday, Christmas, funeral. I thought to myself, you know what, Barry, you are making an omelette today, so you were bound to have an omelette making thing in your box up there, and I did. I've got about 3 left still. This is from Le Coup Native Microwave Omelette Maker. Can cook an omelette in 2 minutes, like most omelette makers do. And there it is. It's like it's like a pencil case at school.
Hello and welcome to Pug Watch. This is what is known as a white pug or fawn
looking very sleepy in her bed. I've given it a wash, and what I like about the instructions on this, it's kind of like a flow chart. Amazing. We learned about them at school. Never really, but like Pythagoras, never really used it. But what it's saying is you load the ingredients in first of all, which is what I'm going to do. This is the world's worst omelette. And what we'll do is we actually start to cook it in this already. We close up our lid. Okay, and 2 minutes. We were so impressed with the last omelette maker we had, it looks like a set of eyes or Elton John impression, that we kept it. So this one could supersede it. Oh my gosh, I just missed that, but it went bang. Oh, what's happened? It just blew the lid off it. Ah, shoes. Shoes. I'm not wearing shoes. That's hot. Ha 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 ha. Wow. Well, it's definitely cooked now. So in there is 2 eggs, some butter that I'm not even going to melt because the heat in the thing will do it, and a little bit of milk. Right, and I'm going to pour that mix in with those ingredients. Now my theory is with it, we're going boom a minute ago. Will this, it's going to pour out, isn't it? Look at that. It's starting to pour out. Oh, am I doing it inside out? Oh, there we go. Look. Why is it all seeping out? Ugh. I'm gonna let you finish, Kanye West. Every time. I gave it 2.5 minutes. Ugh. Mm. Ah. Oh. Tell you what, it's worked. I think I prefer the Elton John one simply because you can see what's going on whilst it's cooking. Needs seasoning, needs cheese, but that's all right. It actually worked. So, hooray! You keeping up so far? Good. Remember the last kitchen gadget video where a churro making pusher thing arrived? Oh, we're taking it up a notch. We have got an electronic churro maker. So, let's make some churro batter. And for that, we can actually use another gadget to help us.